passed the Trusted Trader 15-point assessment.
Talk Sport.
Good afternoon, I'm Max Scott here with your sports headlines. Big Angie's back. Nottingham Forest have officially confirmed his appointment. In a statement, owner Evangelos Marinakis says the club are bringing in a coach with a proven track record of winning trophies. Despite that, though, Forest legend Stuart Pearce has his concerns.
The only thing that worries me, Simon, is the style of play. I think there's a group of players here that have got into a groove, and the style of play has brought them success, that counter-attack.
But another Forest hero, European Cup winner Tony Woodcock, reckons the appointment will take Forest to the next level.
I'm delighted that Nottingham Forest have got him, and let's hope for improvements to carry on and on over the next few years. He's not sort of messing around with things. He's straight to the point and lets the players get on with it. And I think personally that's a good thing. So I'm expecting Forest to go from strength to strength.
We understand Ange will sign a 2-year contract. He'll take charge for Forest's trip to Arsenal, which is the early kick-off on Saturday live on talkSPORT. Miles Lewis-Skelly's been dropped ahead of England's trip to Serbia. Good news for Mark Gahey, though. He's fit to play despite managing a groin issue. Live coverage starts at 7 p.m. on talkSPORT. And in the cricket, Sam Curran will play his first T20 international since last year's tour of the Caribbean, when England's cricketers face South Africa in Cardiff tomorrow. There's more on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel.
talkSPORT News.
A seismic moment in the Middle East as Israel strike Qatar, and Prince Harry's given over £1 million of his own money to children in need. Will's back at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. With our wide range of services on offer, including tyres, MOTs, servicing and brakes, you can drive away happy every time.
Outbreaks of rain in the west and southwest, mostly dry elsewhere with some sunshine.
Hello, good afternoon. Happy Tuesday to you. Welcome to another Drive Time show. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent is here alongside me.
Here, by the way, Darren
I just said that.
Right.
You all right, my little... Are you chewing gum?
No.
You want to spit that out before?
I ain't chewing nothing.
Sorry, you kids not.
I ain't getting no plane.
But you know, we have got a show for you today. It's been a busy 24 hours at Nottingham Forest as they said goodbye to the man that brought them European football, Nuno, and replaced him with Big Ange. We'll be taking calls on that. Of course, we'll 03717 223344. We'll also be asking whether you still have faith in Marinakis, Forest fans. In fact, that's how we start today's show. That number, if you want to get ahead of the curve, is 03717 223344. On the back of yesterday's show, we'll be bringing you our top 10 England strikers since the Euros in '96. Yes, the voice of boxing, Adam Smith, will be joining us for another big chat when it comes to boxing, and bring all the build-up to England's World Cup qualifier against Serbia. It's a game you can hear live right here on talkSPORT. All that plus, we'll discuss why Pep Guardiola couldn't get the best out of Jack Grealish, and we'll find out how effective long throws are with Tony Pulis. What a busy show. What a great show. This is Drive. It's talkSPORT. You can get involved by picking up the phone 03717 223344.
How are we, Darren? We well?
Yeah, Kev, I'm good. You on already, Kev?
No, that's just that. It's just that we just a little bit of. You all right, sunshine?
Good, how you doing? You all right?
I had a dilemma before. I thought I was going to tell you what happened, but I thought actually I'll save it for the top of the show because it's a football dilemma.
Go on then.
So sometimes I like a cup of tea. I sort of stopped doing that in the summer because I just felt it was too hot. Yeah. Even though people go, oh, it's better to have tea when it's hot. But anyway, so I went down the other end to Virgin Radio where they are because that's where the hot water taps are. Made a cup of tea. Opened the cupboard to get a mug out, right? No TalkSPORT ones, no nothing there. Apart from a West Ham mug.
Yeah. Did you use it?
No, I didn't. I used I had to look around for another. It took me about 3 minutes to find another, but I didn't use the West Ham mug.
Yeah.
Is that a bit nuts?
No, do you know why? Because in this building, that West Ham mug's personal. That means that's somebody's. Because they're usually Virgin cups. Sorry.
Yeah.
TalkSPORT
you
mugs.
said West Ham as a Virgins.
No. TalkSPORT mugs. So if someone's bought a West Ham one in, that's personal.
Okay, but if it was my point is, if it was a brand new mug and it had West Ham on the side, I still wouldn't I'm a grown man, but I wouldn't feel comfortable using a mug with West Ham on the side. I've got no problem with West Ham, it's just not my team.
No, that doesn't bother me, but that, for me, in this building means it's personal. So I wouldn't have...
You know I can see your chewing gum, right? I mean, most of it was at the front of your mouth.
So I wouldn't...
No, but forget it was someone else's. No, but could you...
Yeah, easy.
Okay, here's my question. Could you drink out of a Tottenham mug?
Yeah. I wore the shirt.
I don't think you could, mate. Chelsea. Oh, you because your dad.
Yeah.
West Ham.
Mate, I could drink out of any Premier League, any team.
That wouldn't bother you at all.
Come just drink.
Joe, could you have a Norwich? Joe's Ipswich. You could walk about with a Norwich mug.
I don't know. That's different.
Oh, why is that different? That's my point.
I go to the kitchen. There's a Norwich mug. I take a sip out of it. I then bin it, and then done. I bin the mug. But no, I drink out of it.
What do you mean you have one sip?
I go in there. I pour some juice. Drink it. Once the cup is finished, I put it down. I'm not walking around with it.
Okay, why couldn't you walk about with it?
Because I don't walk around with drinks. I like to drink my drink and then put it down.
It's going to be a difficult show.
No,
you
but
spit a chewing gum out.
No. Why do you keep airing my business?
Oh, don't have to, because why
are you airing my business?
Thank you.
I'm going to put it in there.
What are you going to think it's underneath the
why
table?
Are you airing my business like that?
What do you mean airing it?
No, you come in today.
Because I can see it and I think it's rude.
You come in snitching.
No, because I can see it. I think it's rude.
It's not rude.
I'm munching away.
Well, I wasn't doing that.
Because people might think it's me. That's the problem. Because people are listening and they might hear, they go, Goldstein, it's not me.
Hey, you've come in snitching. That's what you've done.
No, why don't you put it under there and then Simon Jordan will find it tomorrow.
Put it in your hair.
It's preposterous. Talk about my hair, mate. See my hair next Monday. Woo! As you would say.
Imagine you put the stuff in your hair and it looks awful.
It doesn't. Well, I'm wearing it now.
My point exactly. Awful.
Oh, says you. Look at that.
Listen, I know I need a trim.
You've been wearing a crash helmet for about 4 hours. Have you?
Yeah, but I need a trim. No, but I need a trim. But
I need a trim, mate.
You've stole yours like that.
Well, here's the thing. I was meant to get a trim this morning, and I waited outside the hairdresser's at 8 o'clock, and you phoned me at 8:15. Traffic, mate. You're going to have to do it Thursday. Because all the tube strikes, people are driving to work.
I hope he's going to give you a free trim for that.
No.
I need to milk that.
Why?
Because you go, listen, I've got plans, mate. Like, what am I supposed to do?
I'm not rude.
Oh, no, I'm doing that.
You always after the freebie.
Oh,
that's why, because I'm a man of the people. I'll pay.
No, quickly.
Because he's got wages.
No, quick one.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's a difference.
No, he only knew 15 minutes before, did he? Yeah,
He was in the car. He thought he'd get there.
Yeah, but of course he did.
I trust Billy.
Never even left.
No, he did.
Never even
He's in the
left.
car, mate. He's in the car.
Yeah, going home base.
I don't know. Why is he going home base?
We're going somewhere.
I don't know what your hairdresser like, but mine tell the truth. Yours obviously got a history of lying.
Clearly they don't. Because they told you.
Clearly you don't have one. Right, should we move on with the show?
Yep.
Pantomime start. A bit later on, we will have team news. We are building up to England v Serbia. That game is live on talkSPORT. We'll have team news ahead of that game. I'm very excited to hear that and talk about it. We'll also be... So as you would imagine, it's all about Forest and their new manager. 5 o'clock, we'll ask Forest fans what they think of the new manager. But we are going to start, obviously, with that huge news that broke last night, and it is that Nuno Espirito Santo has been sacked by Nottingham Forest, and Big Angie's back. Forest fans, you can have your say, firstly, on your owner. 03717223344. Do you trust him?
I always had a very good relationship with the owner. This season, not so well.
His future is unclear.
Nuno Espirito Santo sacked by Nottingham Forest and is ready to accept the job, ready to return to the Premier League.
Tottenham end the season 17th in the Premier League.
I'll tell you one thing, I'm not a clown. I never will be, mate.
It's glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. The Europa League is theirs. He told you, he always wins something in his second season.
Whether he's going to have learnt lessons from Tottenham, he'll have the same challenges. Nottingham Forest are looking upwards. Marinakis is no easy person to work for.
I don't get how you can have Ange, because the style of football is so fundamentally different.
Do you have to change it a bit to win?
Does that suit Forest with their counter-attack method of play? That's my question mark with Ange.
I'll leave you with this. All the best television series, season 3 is better than season 2.
It's just who we are, mate.
Yeah, just hours after Nuno Espirito Santo was relieved of his duties at Forest, the club have turned to former Spurs gaffer Ange Postecoglou as their new man in charge. The first question we're asking Forest fans is about your owner, Marinakis. Do you trust him? 03717223344. Wow, what 24 hours it's been. We'll talk about Big Ange from 5 because it is a subject that I think is split into 2 rather than just 1.
Of course.
It's that big. And when we come round to Ange, we'll talk about whether or not he's the right man, the style in which he plays is going to suit Forest. We've all got our own views on that. And whether or not he's going to win anything in his second season there. Personally, I think the only thing he can win at Forest in his second season is the Championship. But we'll come on to that in a bit because let's talk about the owner. Is it the right move from Marinakis, do you think? It's a ballsy one. There's obviously a problem between, or there was a problem between him and Nuno. I think Edu as well was probably in that mix as well.
I mean, I find the decision disgusting, if I'm honest. I think he's done a great job for Nottingham Forest. I mean, the season before last, they're fighting relegation. He managed to save them. They finished 17th, survived by the skin of their teeth. The next season, he finishes 7th, gets them into Europe. And to sack him is, I just think, it's absolutely disgusting. I mean, what kind of message does that send to the football club? Because a lot of Nottingham Forest fans that I know were behind Nuno 100%. And even though he played that kind of counter-attacking football, I still quite enjoyed watching them play. Like, I managed to watch Forest quite a lot last season. They're exciting. They attack with pace, energy. You look at some of the performances from the likes of Chris Wood. Because Chris Wood, by the way, before he got to Forest, I know he scored goals consistently at Premier League level, but he almost exploded on this
prolific
season.
as that.
Not as prolific as last season.
A new deal, right?
Exactly, right? So Nuno got him going. Look at the performances of Gibbs-White, Hudson-Odoi, Langer, Morello, Milenkovic. He's turned some of these players into top level players. So I just think the whole decision for me is just disgusting. I like Nuno. I really liked him. I liked him at Wolves. I think he's done a decent job at Spurs. I think his record's not that bad when you look at it, but I understand Spurs fans wanting to see a different brand of football. But the fact that they've sacked him at Nottingham Forest after what he achieved last season, I don't like it. And I know we're talking about Ange, but it's chalk and cheese that you're going from, because you're going from a counter-attacking, exciting football where Nottingham Forest can kind of weather the pressure and then hit teams on the counter-attack with that pace they've got, to Ange's football where they are so wide open.
I mean, they'll basically be sitting on the halfway line.
They will be sitting on the halfway line. And unfortunately for Ange, you haven't got no Van der Ven to bail you out. You bust the gut every time to get back.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see if Ange has learned from what he did at Spurs. I know he achieved greatness at the end by winning that Europa League, but I just think from a Nottingham Forest perspective, awful decision.
One of the things we're going to ask, certainly in this part of the show, is what the fans make of the owner, Marinakis. I personally think a lot of fans will be backing.
Yeah, of course.
Right, the owner, because if I was a Forest fan, we've seen what it was like when Gibbs-White wanted to leave.
Yeah.
And that interview, and he was standing right next to him, right? He's obviously a very powerful man, quite a frightening man as well, I imagine, to be in and amongst, his company. If you've you think you've put maybe a foot out of place. I just wonder what the relationship was like between him and Nuno, because there were times, certainly towards the end of his tenure, when Douglas Luiz came in and Murray Hutchinson came in, which I felt they were more Edu signings and more Marinakis signings than the owner. Certainly because when they were putting their squad together, those two were left out, and I think that spoke volumes.
Yeah.
When you've got an owner of a club who is incredibly hands-on like that, do you think the manager needs to be aware of that and understand that you are just the coach, and the owner of the club, rightly or wrongly, is going to have a bigger input and a bigger influence than perhaps other owners you work for?
But potentially, right. But my only thing with that is that Nuno Espirito Santo, yes, he's a coach, but he's very much a manager, right? So I don't think with someone like Nuno, he'd be happy with that. He's a proud man. He's probably got his signings, and I think they've made some really good signings. I think Dan Adoy's been a really good signing from Bologna. James McAtee from Manchester City's a good signing. They've even took Zinchenko, so they've signed some good players, I think. But no, it's different, like a Enzo Maresca, who's very much a coach, and Chelsea have basically gone, here's the players, coach them, and he's doing a really, really good job.
Yep.
But Nuno's not built like that. He's never been like that. So it's the way football's going, unfortunately. It's definitely the way that the modern day coach, now they're head coaches, they're not managers. We'll get the players in, we've got the sporting directors, and you coach them. And the moment they started going down that route and Edu came in, it wasn't going to work for Nuno. But as I said, I'm gutted to see him go, because I'm a big fan of his. I think he's a good manager. I think what he did at Wolves, he did a phenomenal job. I don't think he got a fair crack at it at Spurs. I think he did a phenomenal job again at Nottingham Forest, and he's lost his job. It sends out for me the wrong message.
I don't think he'll have trouble getting a job.
No.
If I was a manager around Christmas time in the bottom half of the table, I'll be looking over my shoulder.
He'll be waiting.
He'll be back in football. But just going back to Marinakis, will he have the backing of the fans? Because he obviously is not afraid to put his hand in his pocket. You saw what he did, and he didn't mind putting a few noses out of joint to get his club into the Europa League and make sure Palace are playing conference.
Well, he's definitely one of those owners, and you see players that are like that, where when they play for your side, you absolutely love them.
Yeah.
But every other fan base in the country can't stand them.
Keane, there's lots of there's lots of players like
that. But those type of players are different, because I think even though other fans hate them, they respect them because of how good they are.
Okay.
Right? But there are certain players.
Suarez.
No, because he's again top level.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? So
who are you going for then?
Someone like a Richarlison, good player. He's not them boys.
No.
But every other club probably can't stand him. But Spurs fans love him.
I don't think Spurs fans
essentially.
Stand him.
I think Forest fans on the whole will back Marinakis and love him. But other supporters would just go, no, he's not for me.
Okay.
He's obviously got Forest's best interest at heart.
Yeah. From 5 o'clock, we're splitting it over two. I think it deserves that. It's such a big story. From 5 o'clock, we'll be asking Forest fans what you make of Big Ange coming in. But we're going to start with what do you make of Nuno going out and the owner Marinakis. Do you back him? Can't wait to find out your answer to that one. A reminder, England are in action later on. We'll have team news for you ahead of their game live on talkSPORT against Serbia. That one kicks off 7:45 live on talkSPORT. Boys on the Sports Bar will be taking your calls. But we'll begin with Forest Chat. You can pick up the phone. You could be next. 03717 223344. Show on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent is here. Everyone still at Bent and I will be giving... Well, it says Bent and I. It's me, I think. Have you done it as well?
What?
We're giving you our top 10 English strikers.
Nah, that's all you.
That's on the back of yesterday's conversation.
Yeah, ML,
okay, I've got
legend.
Just quickly, Wales head coach Craig Bellamy says he does not fear a beating from Canada this evening after he chose them as a friendly opponents because he wanted his team to be, and I quote, properly tested. Scotland won their World Cup qualifier against Belarus last night thanks to, no surprise, 2 Scott McTominay assists. But now we're discussing Big Ange's return to Premier League football, and to give us all the latest is a man who exclusively broke the news of Nuno being sacked. That was last night. talkSPORT's brilliant chief football correspondent, Alex Cookie. Nothing from Cookie at the moment. Who cares? It doesn't matter when you've got such brilliant calls. Addy's first up, a Forest fan. Addy, hello.
Hi, you all right?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Very well. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. A bit surprised and shocked from last night when I woke up this morning, but I could see it coming.
Yeah.
You obviously asked if we could trust the owner.
Yeah.
100%, really. I mean, he's delivered in everything what he's done, and that means he did it with Cooper, and then he got Nuno on board.
Yeah.
And I don't think Nuno would have been sacked if it wouldn't have been for his actions in the last 2 weeks. I almost felt like he gave him no choice. I mean, I heard Benty say it would disgust him, but the only thing with that is he came out and openly criticised him. From a fan's point of view, if that would never happened, I would have kept Nuno, and I wouldn't even thought about Ange. But the minute he opened his kind of mouth and criticised him, I mean, as a fan, I was disappointed because it looked like a great summer. We'd gone to Europe. We were just about to go to Europa, which we won with the Crystal Palace thing. And then new signings, good signings, quality signings. I was going to push on a new season in Europe over 25 years. And then he kind of almost dismissed it as being turmoil behind the scenes. And
but Addy, the only thing I can remember Nuno saying, did he not basically say that their relationship wasn't like it was it used to be? I don't remember him saying, like, actively slagging off the manager. You just said the relationship's not like it used to be.
Well, the opening question was, how is the relationship? And he kind of went on to say, well, he's not been at the ground as much. Communication's not good. It felt like there was almost a criticism how he was doing it compared to how he was doing it right now. And if you look at the summer, I mean, he's took the FA on. He obviously had a lot to say on the old Palace thing, getting in Europa. He had the Morgan Gibbs White thing. To say he's not been present, there was a lot happening at Forest this summer where he obviously was. There were a lot of movement, 8 players, 150 million, good investment, and he is a coach. He's not a manager. He's there to work with the players that's given him, which is a modern day thing. And I understand the relationship between the three, the Edu, the owner, and he's kind of got to work in sync. But to be honest with you, from a Forest fan point of view, there's not many of them signings where we've all kind of gone, I can't see that working. I don't understand that. Is that a waste of money? We've all been relatively excited. And again, there were no trouble seen from Forest fans with Nuno. But the narrative now is he's kind of made his own bed, and most of the fans I know and spoke about understand why he was sacked, as much as they probably wouldn't want to gone down this route.
Andy, let me ask you one quick question. Loads of calls. I want to get to the next one as soon as possible. If you woke up this morning and you had to lose one of them, either the owner or the manager, who would you have taken?
Manager every day of the week.
Okay, good call. Let's go to line 2. I'll ask the same question to Danny. Hi, Danny.
Hi, guys. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Are you back in? Do you feel every Forest fan is back in the owner?
I do, yeah, because at the end of the day, we've got to look at the history over the last X amount of years. You know, he's taken us back into the Premier from the Championship. He paid for Stevie Cooper to come away from Swansea. He backed him, gave him a little bit of credit in the bank by giving him a 3-year contract when everybody was singing he should be sacked in the morning. And then as a result of that, he couldn't achieve, so he looked elsewhere. He looked for Nuno. And I'm sure I'm not alone when, from a Forest point of view, when Nuno came in, he wasn't my first choice then. But what he did over the last 21 months or however long it was has been absolutely fantastic. But what happens with Marinakis is he is there for Forest, full stop. You know, I listen to a lot of fans on the show and Spurs, especially in the past, and I know they're being back now, and there's a lot of turmoil with Levy going, etc. But you've got Fulham, you've got Bournemouth, you've got other clubs out there that are dying to be backed. Well, no Forest fan can say that Marinakis hasn't put his money where his mouth is, and he'll continue to do that. And if Ange doesn't perform, he won't be given the leeway and the patience that he was when he was at Tottenham, I don't believe.
Well, to be fair, you're probably right, because Nuno's done a great job and he's lost his job. So if Ange Postecoglou comes in and it's anything but that, let me ask you a question then, Danny, because I listen. I've said it before at the start of the show. I really like Nuno, but say this instance, right? This season, Forest don't win anything, and you finish 10th. Is that good enough?
For the first season with Ange, I would take 10th. Yeah.
Even though Nuno's first full season was 7th.
Yeah, listen, I can't knock what Nuno did, but what Nuno said and instigated himself at the end there was he was doing his laundry in the public. He was using the media to get a point across. And like any owner, that's not going to go down well. And what he did was he didn't say a great deal. He didn't come out other than he was baffled in the news. But what he did was he went away. Right, he's not happy. I'm going to get somebody in that wants to do the job. Marinakis is there, in his words, to make new history. And I guarantee he'll put his money where his mouth is going forward.
Do you know what, right? And it's a great point, Danny. It's a good point. But do you know what my thinking is, right? If Forest finish 10th this season, don't win anything, they've gone backwards, right? Ange is under pressure because Marinakis, to his credit, he obviously loves Nottingham Forest. That's his club. He's backed them. He don't want to see his side finish outside of Europe.
No. And what I don't understand is he obviously doesn't want an outspoken manager. No. That's why Nuno's gone.
Ange
don't keep himself to himself, does he? It's a very bizarre appointment.
Yeah.
It really is.
I get it. Ange obviously brought success to Tottenham. No one could ever.
Can I ask you this? Had they lost in that final, would Ange be the manager of Forest today?
Ooh. Do you know what? Probably not. Because then you're basing it off a season finishing 17th.
Yeah, and no trophy.
No.
So the thing that got him the gig was winning the Europa League.
The moment you win something, all of a sudden you open people's eyes.
The problem he's got, and we'll take calls about Ange at 5, but every single interview now will be second season coming up, second season. And then in the second season, if he lasts that long, second season.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens. But no, I feel for Nuno, I really do.
Still to come, the voice of boxing, Adam Smith, will be joining us to give us all the latest from the world of boxing. First, so it's time for No Googling Part 1. Big Ange is still the only Australian to manage in the Premier League. We want to know which Australian has scored the most goals in the Premier League.
I think that's obvious. It's out of 2 people that might stop my head.
Well, yes, it is out of 2, but only just. 2 and 3, there's a goal apart, but they would have been my 1 and 2.
Is one's surname things out?
You've got that.
And the other ones?
I don't know who that's meant to me.
Mate, he scores so many headers.
No.
It's not him?
No. Answer to that and boxing. Yes, boxing chat when we come back. Live and Drive and talkSPORT.
Another day in the life of Nottingham Forest. Nuno sacked, Big Ange in. And after Nuno's public criticism of Evangelos Marinakis, Simon Jordan says this was an inevitability.
It's absurd. You're an employee. You wouldn't appreciate your players going into the media and saying, my relationship with the manager, not so good. We had a good relationship last year, not so good now. We don't talk very much. What would Nuno Espirito Santo do in that situation? He'd probably go apoplectic.
Marinakis says Postecoglou has the credentials and track record to win trophies at the City Ground. We understand it will be a 2-year deal and will take charge of Forest's trip to Arsenal live on talkSPORT this Saturday lunchtime. Now, ahead of England's qualifier against Serbia tonight, live on talkSPORT, Forest and England legend Stuart Pearce, who's been underwhelmed by life under Tuchel so far, says a lot is riding on this performance.
The Serbs have got to come out and play a little bit. They've got to go after us. Might suit us a little bit. But this is the acid test tonight. It's going to be a really tough game, no doubt about that.
Coverage starts from 7 p.m. tonight, and Sam Curran has been named in the England cricket team for the first T20 international against South Africa in Cardiff tomorrow. It'll be the first time he's played for his country since last winter's tour of the Caribbean.
Don't call it a comeback.
Drive on talkSPORT to me and the goal team, the singer over there, Darren Bent. Before the break, asked the question, which Australian has scored the most goals in Premier League history?
It says Mark Viduka.
He's one.
And Harry Kewell. But I was convinced Tim Kerr would be in there.
Yeah. Mark Viduka, 92 goals.
In the Prem?
It just says 92 goals. I assume so.
Must be Premier, must be, yeah.
Harry Kewell. Very underrated player, I think, Harry Kewell.
Yeah.
57, Tim Cahill, 56.
Do you know what it is? I think because... Harry Kewell at Leeds was different when he... Wow. But then he went to Liverpool. It just didn't quite happen for him, did it?
No. Happens a lot, right?
Yeah, I mean, what a footballer, though.
Where did Viduka go after? Was it Celtic?
Mate, I remember him at Middlesbrough.
Was it Borough straight after that?
I don't know, but he scored... I was at Charlton at the time. He scored what a goal. Like chest and thigh volley.
Horrible to mark, right?
Do you know what? At some stage on the show, I would like for us to do like a top 5 or top 10 strongest players.
There's tomorrow's show done, Joe.
Because...
It's easy, isn't it?
The reason I said Viduka...
Yeah.
Couldn't get the ball to him. So he was too strong. The Yak was way too strong. Yakubu, oh my God. I didn't want to go anywhere near them guys.
What about also, who's the player that played for Spurs in midfield? Very underrated.
Wanyama.
Dembele,
he's strong. But he was more, the way he moved his ball strong. There have been some serious units up top, man.
Ian White told me a story. He shared the dressing room with Mark Viduka when he was at Celtic.
Yeah.
And they were getting smashed. I think it might have been the Super Cali game, right?
Yeah.
And they were getting smashed at half time, and he took all his boots off and his shin pads, and they were like, "Come on, you got to play the second half." And he was like, "Sod that, I ain't going." I've toned that down a bit, but he refused to go out for the second half.
Why?
Because they were getting smashed to pieces, weren't enjoying it.
Wow.
So he didn't go, he went home.
Yeah, really good footballer.
Really good footballer.
Whenever they show classic games or performances on Sky, they will show Viduka's 4 against Liverpool, didn't they?
Yeah.
At Ellen Road.
Who did he play alongside up top? It wasn't Smith. He played just.
No, Smith was up top with him for a little bit.
Just behind him, wasn't
he? Was Bridgie before him? Michael Bridges.
Yes, I think so.
He was good as well, by the way.
But that team, that whole team.
Yeah.
Tony Dugo was before Ian Hart and all that, wasn't he? Yeah.
That team was like Radaby, Hart, Kelly.
Woodgate
might have been in that team.
Got into that.
Was Rio in that team? Maybe.
Not with Radaby. I think he played alongside Woodgate.
Olivier Decour. Was in that team.
He's a good player.
Yeah. David Batty.
Yeah, would have been there. Paul Robinson would have been there.
Boya.
Nigel Martin.
Yeah, good team that.
Yeah, we're missing a big player out. I can't remember who it is. Big player.
You think Kuehl on one side? Who was on the right wing?
I can't.
Leeds fans will contact.
Great team. Semi-finals of the Champions League. Right, we'll pause on football for a moment because it's time now for this.
There's a real feeling that this is the best versus the best.
White's lost control. White has lost control completely.
How many more do you want?
This is The Voice.
Yes. Time now for The Voice, our weekly feature where we're joined by the voice of boxing, the Smudge Meister, Adam Smith, to take a look at the week's biggest stories. Smudger.
Oh, how are we?
And we're good. Can you, whenever I come to you from now on, can you go, yes, like that? Let's try again, right? Let's talk to the legend that is Adam Smith. Smudger. Oh, we missed it a bit. Listen, it's good to have you on the show as always. Can I just ask a question? In your opening jingle there, we had lift off for AJ. Did that come off the cuff, or had you written that line thinking if he wins it, I might go with that? How did that come about? That saying?
No, off the cuff. I mean, I think sometimes you think about situations when things might happen before fights and what could, but no, that was just like that, and it just felt like that sort of occasion at that moment at Wembley. So no, it wasn't.
That's how the best ones come about, I suppose. Right, we've got lots of boxing to talk to you about. We'll start off with Alvarez against Crawford in what could be one of the best and biggest fights in, a decade. That's on Saturday in Las Vegas. Benny and I were chatting about this earlier on. We were saying it's a massive, massive, massive fight on paper. I don't know why, but we're sitting here today thinking, is it? But it obviously is. Why are we feeling like that ahead of this fight?
I think because maybe Terence Crawford hasn't had the respect, the dues from the wider sporting audience. The Canelo people know. He's been a legend for a long time. But Terence Crawford, a 4-division champion, he came over many years ago and beat Ricky Burns, and he's beaten Kell Brook, Amir Khan, so many of our fighters. But I think just in the boxing trade, obviously, this is a huge fight. This is the fight of the year, once in a generation type, 2 superstars of the sport. But I think superstars within the sport, and maybe it's just that lack of a British name, lack of maybe someone with a little bit more charisma. I don't know. Terence is quite a quiet guy. Canelo, yes, with the Mexican machismo, the huge sort of global star he is. I think it's about Crawford not really having the props, and I think this is the night that he gets them live on Netflix to the world.
Smudge, you said it there, like Terence Crawford. I'm a big fan of his, and he has beat some really good fighters, as you said. Obviously, Amir Khan, Kell Brook, Sean Porter being one as well. Do you think, and Errol Spence, if he was to win this fight, even though it's a little bit harsh because he is like an absolute superstar, do you almost feel like if he wins this fight, it's almost like his coming out party, and that's where the world will maybe really take notice of Terence Crawford?
It's exactly what I think, Darren. Exactly what I think. I think this is his coming out party. I think he's got the IQ, the boxing knowledge, experience, the southpaw style to give Canelo a really, really hard fight. And look, Canelo's obviously naturally much, much bigger, and people are picking him, and some people are picking him by knockout. But Crawford's not been down. He's a beautiful technician. And I just think the move up in weight, he'll carry the speed. I think if he can box to a plan for 12 rounds, I think he wins the fight. And I think it is his coming out party. And it's time for it as well. He's 37 years old. He's had 41 fights undefeated with 31 knockouts. And I think this is the moment that the world really, really finds out how good Terence Crawford is.
Okay. Let's move on, shall we? Let's turn our attention to Joseph Parker against Fabio Wardley. It takes place on October the 25th, live and exclusive on DAZN. In fact, both fighters, they were on White and Jordan yesterday, looked ahead to this big fight.
Ever since the fight was announced, the general talk is
Joe is the obvious favourite, and not that I've come in to lose at all, but I'm expected to lose because he's more proven, he's more experienced, he's been at world level before, and this is my first step into that realm. I'm really, I say dipping my toe, I'm jumping head first into the water, really. So, yeah, the general conversation is that I'm expected to lose in this, but I think that's been a running theme for I don't know how many fights now with, well, this is the step too far and this is the step too far. And like Simon said, every time I seem to find a way to win. There's many qualities that it takes to be a world champion, and maybe not doing things perfectly, but finding a way to win is one of those as well.
A lot of people are saying I'm the favourite going to this fight. I don't see myself as a favourite. I'm treating this as my championship of the world fight. That's how you should treat every fight. I'm taking this guy very seriously, and I've been building way back in New Zealand, and I'm in Ireland zoning in on what I have to do to prepare for what he brings.
Samaj, I'm looking forward to this fight. When I look at Joseph Parker, ever since he got completely dismantled by Joe Joyce, he's gone to another level, I think. He's had some good wins against Deontay Wilder, where I thought he's brilliant. Zhilei Zhang as well. Martin Bakole, I know that was last minute. But do you make him the favourite, Joseph Parker, going into this one?
I do, and I think that he's on a rich vein of form. I think that's come by his link up with Andy Lee, who I think is a master trainer, a wonderful tactician. And yeah, he was fantastic against Wilder and against Zhang. Obviously, he was meant to fight Daniel Dubois earlier this year. That didn't happen. He didn't really get the rounds against Martin Bakole. That's the one sort of thing against Joe Parker. Plus, he's been waiting for Alexander Usyk. So, but I still see him as favourite. I think he's the former world champion. I think he's rediscovered fantastic form. I think he looks absolutely brilliant in training whenever you see him. And I think Fabio Wardley is a big underdog in this fight. But as we saw against Justice Hooney, he's got the power, even when things are going wrong, to get out of jail. He's still undefeated. He had that phenomenal war with Fraser Clark. He'll give it absolutely everything. I think it's a terrific matchup at the O2 at the end of October. I can't wait for it. And you can pull so many of these heavyweights out of the pot and put them together. But I think this is a really exciting matchup. I think Wardley's got nothing to lose, and that's what makes him very, very dangerous. And Joe Parker's got everything to lose because he's meant to be fighting Alexander Usyk. So I see Parker as favourite. But Wardley's not without a chance, especially with that right hand.
We always seem to ask a question about splitting a boxing match into two. If Wardley's going to win this, is he going to do it in the first 6 or 7 onwards?
No, not necessarily. He lost pretty much every round against Justice Hooney, and he found that right from the gods from nowhere on that rainy night at Portman Road. You can never write Fabio Wardley off. He's not had the amateur experience, 4 white-collar fights. He's been an incredible story. They're also 2 of the nicest guys in boxing, by the way. Really lovely. And I just think that it's business on October 25th. I think that Parker has got to be careful all the way, but he's got the boxing technique, and he's got Andy Lee in his corner. But Wardley's got a great team as well. So I don't think it's a fight of 2 halves. I think it's all about the rhythm. And if Parker can get into a rhythm, I think it's going to be difficult for Fabio. But yeah, Fabio could strike at any time, which is what makes this fascinating, compelling, and another great heavyweight matchup.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great night of boxing. Listen, 2 other boxing stories to run by you. Firstly, a big old fight in Belfast, of course, on Saturday. It sees you're commentating. It's the first ever world title fight. It takes place there, obviously, between 2 Irish fighters as Lewis Crocker takes on Paddy Donovan. Just tell us a bit about this. This is a rematch as well, right?
It's a rematch after a highly controversial first fight, which was a brilliant one. But of course, Paddy got disqualified at the end. He was booted out, and Crocker gets the win. Now, is it going to be revenge? Andy Lee, who we were talking about, of course, with Joseph Parker, with Paddy Donovan, but he's got to go up to Belfast. So it's a fantastic fight. He's also got a world title on the line now as well, the IBF 10 stone 7 crown at Windsor Park, which of course Carl Frampton lit up a few years back, and we're expecting maybe 20,000 there on Saturday night. So although the attention might be in Vegas later on with Canelo and Crawford, There's a huge happening first on DAZN on Saturday night, and it's great. All Irish fights are terrific because the passion on the Emerald Isle is something else. But an all Irish world title fight in Belfast, I can't wait for it. It's a really good fight.
It will be a great night of boxing. Just finally, I don't know if you're aware of this. In the last 30 minutes, Anthony Joshua has been posted on social media. He said he's ready to come back, get the gloves on, and I quote, punch Fury's head in. Are you aware of this?
I hadn't heard it, but it's the fight that I want to see. I think I've told you guys enough over the last few months, and anyone that will listen, that Fury Joshua has got to be made for 2026, maybe even twice. We need that fight, and the British public, after so long, deserve it. And I think it's the one fight they still need, the Paralympics. So come on, let's just get it made.
Do you think, even at this stage in both of their careers, it comes down to money? If a silly amount and too much to turn down is on the table, they'll have to have it?
Yeah, with everything, it comes down to money. We're seeing all sorts, aren't we? Jake Paul, Gervonta Davis, Mayweather and Tyson in that sort of exhibition fight. It all comes down to money and entertainment. And if there's an audience, they watch it. I think Fury and Joshua will need big money for this, but I think big money will be available. And I could see one fight maybe in the spring in Britain in a big stadium. Wembley, I think, would be the obvious home.
Yeah.
And then a rematch possibly if they need to do it out in Saudi. Turki Al-Sheikh's the man that's going to make it. And I'd like to see two fights, and then I think they can both sail off into the sunset, and we'll see if Moses the Tower can become that heir apparent.
Yeah, it sorts out quite nicely, isn't it? Listen, Smudge, always a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Always a pleasure.
Enjoy the weekend's boxing. We'll see you very shortly, hopefully.
Yeah, see you next week.
Cheers, Smudge.
Don't forget this Saturday sees an anticipated rematch as Lewis Crocker takes on Paddy Donovan. They battle out for the IBF welterweight title in an historic All-Irish World Championship clash. And you can watch that only on DAZN.
Boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing.
Sign up now at dazn.com/boxing.
Yeah, you listen to Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, alongside a real busy show. A bit later on, we will have team news for you ahead of live commentary. Serbia take on England. That one kicks off 7:45. Aid takes over the GOAT at 7, building up to that. Sports Bar from 10 will be taking your calls on the back of that. Still to come from 5 o'clock, Forest fans, you can have your say. We spoke about the owner of your club. We'll talk about your new manager, Big Ange from 5. You can dial in now, 03717223344, and we'll have our top 10 English strikers since the Euros in 96. What are we away? 2 hours, 10 minutes still left of today's show, and there's still loads to cram in on Drive on talkSPORT. talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Guess who's alongside me? Yeah, go on. Yeah, you got it. Darren Bent. Still to come, we'll be taking your calls from 5 on the big old news that Big Angie's back in the Premier League. This time with Forest. 03717223334. Got your mob live on talkSPORT on Saturday lunchtime. I think it's at your gaff, isn't it?
Start of a loss, Ange.
Neil had a silly bet with you.
Stupid bet.
I didn't really understand that. He took on the away team and no draw.
Yeah.
That was nuts. Just quickly, reports suggest that Real Madrid are interested in Crystal Palace's midfielder Adam Wharton.
It's only a matter of time. Good plan, man.
Him and Gertie, right? Get Gertie for now. Two big names, they are.
Yeah. Them two rock up the door, then what happens?
Yeah, they got problems. Right, time now for this.
Couldn't believe he got a yellow card for that. The game's gone.
Honestly, I've seen my Sunday League team defend better than our back line. Welcome to Sorry, not that. Moany fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Yes, time now to hear from Dylan Orr. Oh, Joe, you've left his name. What is it? Oh, is that his name? Is it Dylan Orr? Sorry. From our friends at Paddy Power, who's got something he wants to get off his chest in this week's Moany fans. Dylan's reputation as being a bit of a moaner is well established. Let's find out what's got his monometer needle moving this week.
Well, lads, how are we? Moan this week. Great to see Jack Grealish excelling at Everton, 4 assists in 2 games. My moan is, how did Guardiola not utilise him? Why did he not allow him be free going down that left side or even centrally as a 10? We literally paid massive money for him and got very little in return by underutilising him. It's mind-boggling for me, a manager of Guardiola's stature, not being able to utilise him. I know it's happened with previous players, but I just can't get over it. But look, it's great to see Jack excelling, and long may it continue.
Oh, shut up, Dylan. Now, normally we'd open the lines and we'd talk to you, the fans, but we've got some strong opinions on this topic, it says here. So join us after 6 p.m. and we'll see if we can outmoan the moaner.
Moany fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
You know what's weird? You know, on yesterday's show, I got Dan Burr mixed up with
Ben Mee,
right,
as a fullback.
And fullback, and I genuinely hit my head yesterday morning.
Yeah.
I think I told you before the show. I made a couple of mistakes like that throughout the day, even when I got home. I'm fine now. I had a headache all day yesterday. When I went to bed, I went to bed early. Woke up fine, thankfully, right? Oh, something happened there.
No,
I did get a bang on the head.
Yeah, clearly, because obviously some of your takes yesterday.
But even when we went outside and I was talking to Hugh.
No, me. I was with you all day.
No, not you. Hugh Woodcroft.
Okay.
Even then, I was like, I couldn't even understand what I was talking about. It's very strange. Bang on the head. No good. Right, time now to turn our attention to England's trip to Serbia tonight, which is live on talkSPORT. Harry Kane has been speaking to the media ahead of the game, was asked what plans England have if there are any acts of discrimination during the match.
Yeah, no, we have a meeting and, we discuss the protocols that are in place more from UEFA's point of view. I don't think we like to discuss it too much. Our focus is on the game. Our focus is on, trying to beat Serbia on the pitch. Anything can happen, of course, and we're prepared for that. But ultimately, we're not thinking about that. We're thinking about the football game. And it'll be no different. These are things that are hard to talk about now because we don't know if it's going to happen or not. But ultimately, like I said, we're prepared, and we had a discussion as a group so that if the event does happen, we'll be prepared to do what's necessary.
Personally, what I would like to see happen, if there are any problems, we walk off and we don't go back on the pitch.
Yeah, agreed.
Because that would be the biggest possible news story you can get off the back of it.
Yeah.
Rather than come off for 10 minutes, people aren't happy, referee speaks to the managers and the captains, try and get back on in 20 minutes and then play the rest of the game. Almost like it disappears if you do that.
Yeah, all of a sudden, like, okay, we're warning you. If we walk off, we'll come back in 20. No. If they just walked off and go, we ain't coming back.
Yep.
Then UEFA got a decision to make.
Yeah, and if UEFA go, well, we'll award the points to Serbia, that's an even bigger problem.
And that was a bigger message. Yeah. Clearly, the racism doesn't mean anything to them. So, it'd be interesting to see what happens. And to be fair, they've dealt with it before, and Harry Kane's always spoke quite openly and quite well about it. And I remember having a conversation with Danny Rose. I think he came in a couple of times, and he was saying that if ever there was a kind of a racial issue while he's been away from England, he felt more comfortable going to Harry Kane. So, listen, it's 2025 and we're still having the same conversations. It will never, ever disappear. We know that racism, but you got to keep fighting it. And if England can do that, if there is a bit of racism and they walk off the pitch, it sends a huge message. Huge message.
Yeah, I hope we don't see that.
Of course we don't.
Obviously. Right, a reminder, by the way, that game is live on talkSPORT. Kicks off 7:45. Big Aid? The Goat Aid. Well, he's big in the broadcasting world, that's what I meant. He'll be picking up the reins from 7 o'clock, taking over from us. Team news in our show, actually, before we come off air at 7. When we come back, we will be getting the view of you, the Forest fan, about your new manager, Big Ange. Right or wrong? 03717 223344.
I love a sausage.
From greater access to more races, here's how it happened. For decades, Formula One was owned and run by one man, Bernie Ecclestone. He was old school, someone who thought the sport itself was enough, and there was no need for all this modern marketing and social media nonsense. But in 2016, Ecclestone agreed to sell his baby to American group Liberty Media. It cost Liberty Media $4.4 billion, and they quickly got to work. We got an F1 app almost immediately, and teams were allowed to show us more from behind the scenes. One of Liberty's most important deals was with Netflix, which in 2019 brought us Drive to Survive. The effect? An almost 70% rise in viewership for races in the US alone. It's massively benefited Formula One online too, with a rise from 7.8 million followers across its social media platforms in 2016 to around 50 million today. New eyes are on the sport too, with F1's own subscription TV channel, which people can watch anywhere in the world. But the main market they've tapped into is the US. There's now 3 races there a year, in Texas, Miami and Las Vegas, and an American-branded team, Cadillac, getting involved in the sport too. More races seems to be the direction of travel. A street circuit in Madrid's being welcomed onto the calendar, while conversations around a Grand Prix in Africa have ramped up in the last few years. More big events could be in the offing too, after the massive F1 75 season launch event in London in 2025. 7.5 million people tuned in to watch it live across their social media channels, and that doesn't include the viewing figures for where it was broadcast on TV in certain countries. It seems Liberty will do whatever they can to grow the F1 brand. Their efforts have been worthwhile too, with Forbes valuing the sport at $17.1 billion back in 2023, almost 4 times more than what they bought it for in 2016. Not bad, considering it's seen as a sport where people just drive around in circles.
Welcome back to our number 2 drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, alongside who's it? Oh yeah, Darren Bent.
He's here!
Correct, he is here.
Lift off for DB. Still to come, we'll be bringing you team news from England's trip to Serbia, which is live on talkSPORT straight after us. But now we are talking Big Ange as the former Spurs gaffer makes a very quick return to Premier League football.
I always had a very good relationship with the owner. This season, not so well.
His future is unclear.
Nuno Espirito Santo sacked by Nottingham Forest and is ready to accept the job, ready to return to the Premier League.
Tottenham end the season 17th in the Premier League.
I'll tell you one thing, I'm not a clown. I never will be, mate.
It's glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. The Europa League is theirs. He told you, he always wins something in his second season.
Whether he's going to have learnt lessons from Tottenham, he'll have the same challenges. Nottingham Forest are looking upwards. Marinakis is no easy person to work for.
I don't get how you can have Ange, because the style of football is so fundamentally different.
Do you have to change it a bit to win?
Does that suit Forest with their counter-attack method of play? That's my question mark with Ange.
I'll leave you with this. All the best television series, Season 3 is better than Season 2.
So despite being sacked by Spurs earlier this summer, Big Ange has made a swift return to Premier League action, but this time as the new Forest manager, just hours after Nuno Espirito Santo was let go. Let's get more on this now. We'll take your calls in a sec, but let's get more on this now with talkSPORT's chief football correspondent and the man that broke the news as we say good afternoon. Welcome to drive to Alex Crook. Crookie.
Good afternoon, boys. We're all right?
Yes, we are. We're good. Very well. How long before you broke it did you get the news? Did you get rumblings of it? Or was it something that was rumbling on for days, or you literally just found out 5 minutes before you broke it?
I think both, actually. It's been rambling on for a few weeks now, since that press conference that Postecoglou gave before Forest drew at Crystal Palace. He obviously highlighted issues between him and the owner, Evangelos Marinakis. I think it was only ever going to end one way. But last night, I literally got home from a pub quiz. I had a message to say...
There you go. Pub crawl. Do you mean pub crawl?
Pub quiz. Finished second, by the way. Probably should have won it. But anyway, that's another story.
Get all the sport runs wrong, did you?
Do you know what? They asked me when Manchester United beat City in the FA Cup final, and I was a year out, which is appalling. But anyway, we digress. I got a message, and within about 15 minutes, it was pretty clear that Nuno Espirito Santo had left Nottingham Forest. I think Ange Postecoglou was always the favourite to come in and replace him, despite the fact sources at Forest were saying, we haven't got anybody lined up. You don't sack a manager at midnight, as Forest did, and then Postecoglou turns up at the training ground less than 12 hours later, unless that's been a done deal for some time. I think they were just waiting to get to this international break. Marinakis very unhappy with those comments from Nuno before the Palace game. They got a decent draw away from home. Then they were hammered by West Ham at home before the international break. So I think the writing has been on the wall. But I agree with Stuart Pearce there. This is a fascinating change of direction, because the success that Forest had under Nuno was built on not having much of the ball, using the wide players to attack on the counter. The likes of Hudson-Odoi and Elanga obviously is not there anymore. We know that Postecoglou wants to play a very different brand of football. He wants to have the ball. He wants his defence to press high and therefore maybe leave themselves susceptible for quick players running in behind. You can't get two polar opposites in terms of the philosophy, and I'm really intrigued to see how quickly the Nottingham Forest players adapt to what Postecoglou is going to want them to do, because we know he's only really got one way of playing, and they start live on talkSPORT at Arsenal on Saturday, which in itself is ironic. A trophy-winning Tottenham manager resuming his Premier League career against their arch rivals.
Crookie, a quick one for me. Why do you think they landed on Ange Postecoglou? Because it can't simply be about just the Europa League and him winning it for Spurs, because if you look at Spurs in the Premier League last season, 17th, that's not attractive. You look at that and go, he's the right man when they finished 17th. So why do you think they've so quickly gone, do you know what, Ange Postecoglou's the right man to take Forest forward?
I think it is all about the playing style. And this is something I mentioned to you, I think, on the night that Nuno made those very inflammatory comments about his relationship with the owner, that one of the big issues they've had since Edu came in, and Edu, former recruitment chief at Arsenal, he's now the overlord of all Marinakis' football clubs, to include Olympiakos over in Greece. Part of his remit is to bring a certain style of play across the board, and I don't think Nuno was ever really on board with that. As I say, his success last season was built on counter-attack. Edu was trying to sign players that maybe would change the way that Forest were playing. So you've got a fundamental disagreement in terms of philosophy between the new sporting director and between the manager. And I guess that the question that Marinakis had to answer, do I back the manager who has taken the club into Europe for the first time since the 1990s, or do I stand by the guy that I've brought in to revolutionise not just Forest, but all of my clubs? And ultimately, I think there was only going to be one winner. So I think the playing style is a big tick for Postecoglou. And I'm told that Marinakis and Postecoglou are pretty close off the pitch as well. They were together at an awards ceremony recently. Marinakis made a lot of positive noises about Postecoglou. And I think Ange will come in feeling like he has a point to prove to Tottenham, because he was quite forthright, wasn't he, in the press conference? I was there in Bilbao after they won the Europa League, and I think he felt he deserved a longer tenure at Tottenham, having delivered that first piece of silverware in many a year. The fact that he didn't get that opportunity, I think you're going to see a very hungry Ange Postecoglou. And as I say, it's going to be very interesting, particularly when Forest play Tottenham. All right,
so quickly, another one for me, a small point. So what Nuno did at Nottingham Forest was incredible. Finishing 7th, getting them into Europe. I'm a big fan of Nuno's. I always have been. I thought, even though they played counter-attacking football, I thought it was quite exciting. So if Big Ange comes in, I did quite like it. I thought it was really exciting. I enjoyed watching Forest play, right? If Ange comes in and plays this attacking football and they finish 10th, don't win anything, don't go too far in the Europa League, but they finish 10th, but the football's better, will Forest fans, do you think, and do you think Marinakis will look at that and go, that's a step forward?
Again, it's a really interesting question, particularly when it comes to fans, because you may remember when Steve Cooper was fired, there was a big uproar from the Nottingham Forest fans, because this was the man who took them back into the Premier League and he kept them there. He made them relevant again, and Forest fans were very unhappy with Marinakis because he decided to replace him with Nuno Espirito Santo. I think this time around, the protests, the dissenting voices won't be so loud, because they trust the owner. They know that he's got the club's best interests at heart. Yes, they're disappointed to see the back of Nuno. arguably their greatest manager since Brian Clough, but they're going to back Marinakis to get this call right. So I think Postecoglou straight away will get the support of the fans. And let's be honest, it was an overachievement for Forest last season, qualifying in Europe. If they'd beaten Chelsea on the final day of the season, they may well have ended up in the Champions League. They've reached an FA Cup semi-final. I think it's going to be very difficult to hit those heights again. So I think the only way is down under Postecoglou. But then it comes to the owner's ambitions. If you look at the statement that he released, which was a little bit devoid of detail, we didn't even find out how long the contract is. We understand it's going to be 2 years. We're waiting for the makeup of his backroom staff. I'm told that Mila Jedinak, who was with him at Tottenham, is going to go in, former Crystal Palace defender, to assist him at Forest. But one of the big things in the statement was that Marinakis was saying this is a proven trophy-winning manager. We've got into the Premier League. We've established ourselves as a Premier League club. Now we want to challenge for silverware. So that's a pretty big gauntlet that's been laid down to Postecoglou. So I think the fans would probably take a mid-table finish and a bit of a European adventure. The question is, does Marinakis set his sights higher? And he's not afraid to make the big decisions and hire and fire managers, is he?
Quick one from me. I've read also and heard various outlets say it's a 2-year deal. What does that tell us? Is that the norm now for clubs dishing out 2-year deals? Or does that tell you he doesn't have too much faith in his manager, and if he's got to sack him early, it won't cost him too much money?
I think it should be the norm.
Yeah, I'm agreed with you.
To be honest with you, I don't understand why clubs dish out long contracts for managers. I don't have the stats in front of me, but the average lifespan of a Premier League manager these days, I would imagine, is probably less than 2 years. So from a business perspective, it makes perfect sense. I know that Postecoglou had interest from Saudi Arabia and from Fenerbahce. He turned down those overtures because he wanted to come back to the Premier League. So I think a 2-year deal probably suits all parties. It's long enough for Postecoglou to get his feet under the table without a massive risk from Forest if it does go wrong. More importantly, they only gave Nuno a big new contract in the summer. He's contracted until 2028, so he's got a very nice payoff to go off into the sunset. And do you know what? Here's a prediction for you. I don't think it'll be too long until we see Nuno Espirito Santo back in the Premier League, because I think his stock is very high.
I agree. I said that to Bentley. There'll be a lot of managers in the bottom half of the bottom half of the Prem that come Christmas time we're looking over their shoulder.
I agree. Graham Potter potentially for one at West Ham, because I think that's still quite an uneasy relationship he has there, not just with the supporters, but maybe with David Sullivan as well.
Maybe Ruben Amorim.
Listen, Manchester Derby this weekend. Which Manchester club's higher in the Premier League table?
Yeah, we'll see by the end of the game. We'll see by the end of the game, Cookie.
Can I ask, on that, Cookie, on that, Onana's obviously left. Do you expect both new goalkeepers to make their debut in that?
Potentially. I mean, I think Donnarumma's not come there to sit on the bench. No. And you look at the form of Altay early in the season, I think there's a big case to be made for Sonny Lemons going straight into the Manchester United team, and that'll be a fascinating dynamic, won't it? On Onana, I'm told, by the way, that the reason that he's gone is because Ruben Amorim made it pretty clear to him that if he stayed, having been first choice for the last 2 years, he would have been number 3 choice in terms of the goalkeeper department, that Lemons was going to come in and be the first choice goalkeeper, and that Altay would be the second choice. So I don't think Onana had much option in the end.
I think that was a bit cruel. I would have put him fourth on that list. Cookie, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming on.
Cheers,
great work as always. Great work. Thanks, man. You too. Should we take calls on the back of it? I think we shall.
Yeah, let's.
Big story, the biggest one of the day, without a shadow of a doubt. We talked about the owner. We'll talk about the manager. Big Ange, are you for or against? Forest fans, 03717 223344. Dial that. You'll have your say next, live on Drive on talkSPORT. was a bit like a sitcom, American sitcom, didn't it, in the 70s? Or a George Benson song. A bit Luther Vandross, isn't it?
Or Denzel's film the other day.
Oh, that was so bad.
Denzel, come on, man.
So bad. You got nothing, didn't you?
No, I've not.
Bad
I
film.
watched Training Day straight afterwards and took
Did
it
you?
back to the top.
I bet you did as well. You're so sad.
Training Day.
Great movie. It's Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Still to come. Bet he'll be trying to convince the world that Emil Heskey makes the top 10 English strikers since the Euros. So I've drawn up my top 10 players that I think are better than Emil. This sounds horrible.
Because it is.
Well, it's not. It's just we both rate Emil Heskey, but you said yesterday, just off the cuff, you went into the top 10 English players of all time strikers. No, he's not. And so I think he's a really, really good player.
In my era, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we both agree he's a really, really good player. Really good.
Mm-hmm.
But when I rattle off the 10, even he would go, yeah, fair enough.
No, but you talk about for England, right?
English players that I'd rather have in my English team.
Oh, no.
No, you can't, because some players like Robbie Fowler didn't get anywhere near the game time.
Yeah, but look what Heskey did for him.
Doesn't matter.
Look what Heskey did for Owen.
No, you can't move the goalposts.
No, I can.
You said English strikers.
Yeah, for England.
No, absolutely. Who would you rather have, Heskey or Robbie Fowler?
For England? Emil, because I've seen him.
See, no, you're wrong.
I'm not.
You are.
I remember his goal?
No, that's
Germany, 5-1.
no, but that's not. Yes, but that's not what we're doing, because some English players didn't get a chance to play for England.
Yeah, because Heskey was keeping him out.
Well, you're on my list.
I don't want to be on it. Take me off it.
Well, you're not on it anyway. Right, we're asking for his fans if they're happy with the bonkers news that Big Ange is their new manager. James is a Forest fan. Jimmy?
Hi, Andy. Hi, Banksy. How are we doing?
Good, Jimbo. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Great show as always. I just wanted to sort of have my point and say pretty much what Cookie said earlier on with regards to when Forest sacked Steve Cooper and brought in Nuno. I was one of those Forest fans that was pretty disappointed. I just thought, I'm not really sure where this guy takes us. And obviously Nuno went on to do a massive success. I'm pretty much in the same headspace with Ange, to be honest with you. On the one side, I look at last season with Ange, irrespective of him winning the Europa League, I thought tactically it went a bit amiss towards the end. However, CV-wise, we've got someone that's won the Europa League. It's a competition that we're not familiar with, and having someone that's got experience in operating in that space, I think is going to be key. And a point Benty made earlier on was sort of saying, well, what if Forest finished 10th in the league and don't go on to win anything? Is that success or not? At the beginning of the season, if it was deal or no deal and you offered me we'll finish 15th and stay in the league, I'd have probably said yes, because history will tell you when you play on a Thursday night, whether it was Man United last season or Tottenham or Brighton the season before or West Ham, teams that play on a Thursday, often struggle operating in the Premier League and maintaining both competitions. But I think the owners backed us this year. We've got a good calibre of players that have come in. And I think Ange, with that and with all the injury problems he had at Spurs, I think this season with Forest, it'll be a different story.
Jimmy, can I just ask, sorry to interject, can I just ask, you went CV-wise as won the Europa League, UEFA Cup, right? Yeah?
Sorry, I've missed you there,
okay,
Andy.
That's okay. You said CV-wise he's won the Europa League. Oh, he can't hear me. Can you hear me, Jimmy? No, Jimmy's gone. I was going to say CV-wise he's won the Europa League, yes, but CV-wise he's also Tottenham's worst ever manager in the Premier League.
Yeah. It's a tough.
You can pick and choose.
He will say that he prioritised the Europa League, right?
Yeah, he only prioritised it when he got to the last four and Spurs were awful in the league.
I think potentially he might have done it a little bit earlier, but I just think, wow, what a decision.
Do you think it'll be a success there?
Well, it depends what you define. I don't think he'll win anything there.
Do you think he'll take him down?
No, he won't take him down.
Okay.
They've got too good a squad to go down.
Ben is a Forest fan. Hi, Ben.
How are we doing? All good?
I'm good, man. How are you today?
Yeah. I guess I'm a little bit just nervous about it. It depends which version of Ange we get, doesn't it, I reckon? If we get the first 10 games, O'Hara's claiming the title for Spurs, or if it's the kind of bristly version that finished his reign at Tottenham, I would hope he's had a nice holiday, he's enjoyed himself, had a good summer, he's obviously been in Greece, and, he comes back refreshed and recharged, and I think everyone really enjoyed when he entered the Premier League, didn't they?
Ben, we asked this question earlier on in our meeting. We couldn't really get a definitive answer. If we asked Forest fans, you're one of them, if Forest would take going down but winning the Europa League, and which meant, of course, you had Champions League football the following season, would you take it?
No way.
It's all about survival for Forest, yeah? Not cut run.
Yeah. I think, listen, we had a great season last year. We probably overachieved. A few people have said we didn't have any injuries. We probably maxed our limit. But, I think, mid-table, 10th, 12th, we'd be quite happy with that. Good adventure in Europe.
Are you?
Sorry, Ben. You said that Forest fans would be happy with 10th, 12th, and yeah, rightly so. I understand that. But do you think that's good enough for Marinakis?
I don't know, because when we came back to the Premier League, he said that statement that I think a few people laughed at, that he wanted to challenge at the upper echelons and the major trophies, and a few people poured scorn on it. He obviously has that ambition. He's used to being successful with Olympiacos. He's obviously used to being successful in business, and why not dream? We don't know what's happened behind the scenes. Obviously, Edu and Nuno hasn't got on, and that's led to Nuno's downfall. But why not dream? It happened once with us with Cloughie, so why not?
But you've seen him as a Spurs manager, and he quite clearly can only play one way. Quite clearly,
Yeah.
if a team visit either White Hart Lane or he's playing away, and they come up with a game plan, he cannot change what he's told the players to do. And if I was a Forest fan, that would really worry me. I assume he's going to push your defence up maybe 20 yards, so they're sitting on the halfway line. I don't think your defenders have got the speed that some of the Spurs players had, including Van der Ven. So I think that if I was a Forest fan, I'd be really worried about the sort of football I'm going to be seeing now.
There's nervousness because obviously he's not had a pre-season. Arsenal away is not the ideal place to go, is it? First game. And you'd wonder how many of his ideas he's going to try and get in immediately. Is it going to be a gradual transition? As you say, Murillo and Milenkovic are as solid a defensive pair, but they're not lightning quick like Van der Ven.
No.
So, I don't know that he's going to be able to play that with the defenders we've got. Olarena's reasonably quick, but, Milenkovic and Murillo are, let's say, 7 out of 10 speed-wise.
Yeah, but really good defenders. Ben, you've been a really good call. Thanks for that, pal. Much appreciated.
Thanks, mate.
Good calls.
Because he said it there, I just wonder. He is a dreamer, Marinakis. He wants his team to be competing at the top end of the Premier League table, and they're in Europe this year. So once you get a taste of it, you want to build on that. So then Ange finishes 10th, 12th, and then they're not in Europe next year. I can't see him being happy with that.
If they line up, I was going to say Spurs, if Forest line up, sat on the halfway line, playing the same football you finished with it, but you'll smash them to pieces.
That's what I just think.
Who you still got out? Saka's still out?
Yeah, but we've got replacements.
Yeah, no, I know, but who you got? Eze will be playing.
Saliba's out.
All right, okay.
But Mosquera's done well.
Yeah.
And we've got options, don't worry.
Yeah, no, you've got
Don't worry.
Still to come, we'll bring you the very best of talkSPORT. We'll have team news for you ahead of England against Serbia. And we're going to give you our top 10 English strikers since the Euros in 96 in just a moment. But before all of that, time for a bit of no Googling. We want to know which English player has made the most appearances in the Champions League. Great question. Which English player has made the most appearances in the Champions League? So much coming up in the last 90 minutes of our show. Team news, as I mentioned, and a stupid clue to Darren Bent for the answer of that one. All that and more coming up live and drive on talkSPORT in seconds. Stay where you are.
You wouldn't appreciate your players going into the media and saying, my relationship with the manager, not so good. We had a good relationship last year, not so good now. We don't talk very much. What would Nuno Espirito Santo do in that situation? He'd probably go apoplectic.
Marinakis says Postecoglou has the credentials and track record to win trophies at the City Ground. We understand it will be a 2-year deal and will take charge of Forest's trip to Arsenal live on talkSPORT this Saturday lunchtime. Now, ahead of England's qualifier against Serbia tonight, live on talkSPORT, Forest and England legend Stuart Pearce, who's been underwhelmed by life under Tuchel so far, says a lot is riding on this performance.
The Serbs have got to come out and play a little bit. They've got to go after us. Might suit us a little bit. But this is the acid test tonight. It's going to be a really tough game, no doubt about that.
Coverage starts from 7 p.m. tonight, and Sam Curran has been named in the England cricket team for the first T20 international against South Africa in Cardiff tomorrow. It'll be the first time he's played for his country since last winter's tour of the Caribbean.
We could talk about.
What?
No, we've not mentioned.
What have we not mentioned?
I'm sure there'll be a section for it, Joe, at some point. Or today, tomorrow.
Are you worried, Joe, now with that random
Nah,
stuff?
obviously the inductees are for the Premier League Hall of Fame. How many people is there? 15?
Still no gigs.
That is a joke, that.
We're doing that tomorrow, are we?
I'm saying, he should have been in.
Of course he should have been.
Top 3.
Of course he should have been in. I know. We're doing that tomorrow, Joe's just said in my ear.
Yeah, of course we are.
No, we are. He just said we're going to get around that.
What do you mean you got some surprises for us? A couple of them coming on. Hey, I think Thierry's coming on.
Of course he ain't.
Hey, I think Thierry's coming
on. I don't want him on.
I do.
Don't want him on. Rather have Hugo Moany. He's coming in Friday, I think. Before the break, I asked the question, which English player has made the most appearances in the Champions League? Do you know the answer to that?
No, so give me a little clue.
Okay. His surname is another name for lots of frogs. Instead of lots of frogs, you have lots of... Instead of a frog, what's the other thing? You know, like alligators and crocodiles?
Yeah, frogs and toads.
Right, that's his surname. Right?
That's his surname. Toads is toads.
Yeah, and his first name is, if you're not big, you are...
Small.
That's his name.
Small toads. Paul Scholes.
You got the answer. Still to come, we're going to be joined live by none other than Adrian John for the very latest head of England's trip to Serbia. We'll have team news as well. But now, after Benny claimed yesterday that Emir Husky would make the top 10 English strikers, I'm going to give you my top 10 English strikers from England since the Euros. Now, the problem with this, right, is we've got a little bit of cross wires.
Well, there's so many criteria, isn't there?
So when you said it yesterday, I assumed you meant top 10 English strikers when you said he'll get in it.
Yeah.
But apparently you thought I meant...
For England.
For England.
Yeah, and my generation, right?
Okay. So if we are talking for England, he does get in it.
Yeah, okay. So
he does get in it.
Thank you.
He does. But I've written top 10 English strikers.
Okay.
All right?
Who you believe are better than him?
Yes.
Now, this is not just goal scoring, because you've got to think Emil's goal, not only is he in the 100 club, assists, look what he did for Fowler and Owen.
Yeah, who would you rather have?
Okay.
So I've got the 10 in front of me. By the way, these are not in order.
No, I need order. You always say
late.
No, he always
You
says to
didn't
me,
do your
Joe.
order yesterday.
He always says to me, order, didn't he?
You didn't do your order yesterday.
Yes, I did, because you said the Jack number 5.
Okay, all right. The order is random.
No, it's not random.
That's
Jack, start with number 10, please.
10th.
10th. There you go. 10th.
Oh, you've done. Have you got 9, 8, 7? No, the order's random.
No, it's not. It's 10th. Well, I need an order.
Say the word properly.
10th.
It's not.
No,
I haven't got time.
When it's me, you throw me under the bus.
Yesterday, you did not do it in order.
Jack, Joe, yesterday I did it in order, didn't I?
What was your list? What was your list?
I've got it written down.
No, but what was it for? I can't even remember. Top 10.
Right, British players. Because I had my list. Bale, Rooney, Giggs. Yes, I did it.
You did have it, yeah. Okay, well, I haven't got time to do it.
No, you have. I want 10. Pick it off the top of your head.
Okay,
That's why you're a drive time host.
We start 10th.
10th.
Okay? You.
Bro, let me throw something at you.
Huh? What's wrong with that? Well, you thought you'd be higher?
No.
Wait, the players in here, you should be lucky you're in the top 100.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right? I think not just because I love you.
Yeah.
And you're the second best presenter on this show, but because I think you go under the radar a bit. I don't think you get the love and the respect you deserve.
Thank you very much.
Because when you look back at your goals, they were good.
They weren't.
They were really good.
Yeah, thank you.
You had a bit of everything.
Oh, listen to this, honestly. Joe, you feeding these lines.
No, you do. What were you like with your head, by the way? Did you got a lot of goals with your head?
A few in my head, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, calm down. All right. So I've got you at 10th.
Okay, 10th.
All right, 9. Oh, I've got to look. Okay. I mean, I'm doing this off the cuff, but yeah, 9. All right, let me cross these off. I'm going for Jermaine Defoe.
Okay, yeah.
All right. I thought I don't know if he's a fox in the box, but just he's all round. The pace of his shot. I thought his pace was incredible. Knew where the back of the goal was. Just a fantastic striker.
Both feet as well. Trust me, his finishing was
brilliant. By the way, I need you to go yeah or no whether or not you agree with me.
Yeah, I like Jake, but I need to see the rest of the list first, don't I? But I can then.
But you can do one at a time. Yes.
Yeah, Jake. I love JD.
Okay, so you happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 8, right?
8th.
Jamie Vardy.
Okay.
All right.
So your criteria now is not for England. Okay.
No, because I think Jamie Vardy is English. He's one of the best strikers we've ever seen in the Premier League. He's probably the greatest player Leicester have ever had.
Yeah.
Longevity at the club. He's won everything. He's won the leagues, won the FA Cups, won the Community Shield. I just think he's an all-round fantastic striker. When he had pace, he's still got pace, but nowhere near what he had. When he had it, I mean, if he was on your shoulder, you were last man. You got no chance of getting him.
Trust me.
All right.
Vardy 8. All right.
So Vardy 10, 9, 8. So 7. Right. 7. Right. I'm going to put Andy Cole.
At 7.
Yeah.
There's the first controversial one.
All right. Oh no. I'm going to put Andy Cole. Right. Again, a lot of people don't realise how great his goal scoring record was because he scored 1 pen.
Yeah.
We talked about this on last week's show. Just a great play. Look, got a lot of bad press. Right.
7. Oh.
Yeah, but again, better than your man.
Who's your man?
Emil.
Different.
But better?
All round, probably not. Goal scorer, yes.
Well, goals, that's what I want as a striker.
Yeah, I get it, but Emma bought more than just goals.
I know he did.
Okay, well, fair enough. This is your list. This is for once I get to put my feet up.
Yeah, next one. What number? 6th. I've gone for Teddy.
Okay.
Teddy Sheringham.
Okay, I probably wouldn't have had that, but yeah.
Right, well, it's not your list, is it? It's mine. Right? Just for a number of reasons. One, I think he got a lot of stick when he moved from Spurs to Man United, and he won the treble. Him and Shearer together for England were fantastic. Certainly at the Euros. I know this is since it, but still part of it. Brilliant player. And also, a striker that we never really saw before or after. There's not too many Teddy Sheringham's about, right?
So clever. So clever.
Okay. So Teddy's there.
Number 5.
Now we're getting to 5. Righty.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Just a natural striker. I imagine unbelievable in the dressing room. Not that should be a criteria for great, but I just think that lifts everyone else.
Let's be honest, Righty is my absolute hero, and he's a good friend of yours. Have you put him that high because he's...
No, I just think because all the strikers, I just think he's a genius.
Yeah, I love him.
Right, he was a genius. Some of his goals were ridiculous.
Yeah, I've got his 187 on video still. Just done it.
Okay. Yeah. Didn't he get it wrong?
Yeah, he lifted his shirt up when he only equalled it. He hadn't broke it yet.
Okay. So Righty's number 5, I think that was.
Yep.
Number 4.
Right, hold on.
Right, he's 5.
No, number 4. I've gone for Owen. Michael Owen.
At 4?
Yeah. Even though in his own words, he was done by 21, in that short space of time, what we saw from him
incredible.
Was above and beyond. One of the greatest teenagers we've ever had.
You know what, I'm thinking, I've got 4 or 5 off the top of my head, right?
Yeah.
And you've only got 3 spots left. So this is going to be real interesting, this.
Okay.
All right, number 3?
Number 3.
3 is going to be Alan Shearer.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I don't need to elaborate around Shearer. Everyone knows who Alan Shearer is, right?
No, but I still like you to elaborate, please.
Okay. Really good player.
That's it.
Great volley of the ball.
That's it.
Brilliant free kicks. Unbelievably powerful, strong. Premier League highest goal scorer. Just a phenomenal penalty taker. You'd want him in your team. You want him in the trenches. Just a brilliant, brilliant striker.
Yep.
I mean, what more can you say about Alan Shearer? He was brilliant. So I've got two.
The two. Automatically, you've left out somebody. So
Okay.
I know
Number two.
I know these are going to be. It's going to only be two people.
I've gone for Kane.
Yeah.
Number 2. Do you want me to elaborate back Harry Kane?
I mean, Waz is one, right?
And Waz is one.
All right, cool.
All right.
Number 1.
Wazza. So can I ask, before you talk about them, I'd say those 10 are better than Emil Heskey. Anyone, apart from Darren Bent?
Probably all round. Not all of them, though.
No. Strikers.
Goal scorers?
Yeah.
But okay, fair enough.
I missed out Robbie Fowler, haven't I?
Yeah.
There's a couple. I didn't pick Lineker, by the way. It was a little bit too late for Lineker.
Yeah, Premier League.
I missed off Les Ferdinand.
Oh my goodness, yeah, Les.
I missed off. And who's the one you just said?
Fowler.
Robbie Fowler. Yeah.
No
I didn't down on the list.
No Crouch.
No, because I've only got 10.
No Kevin Phillips.
I've just told you I've got 10. Kevin Phillips don't make that 10.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just giving you.
Oh yeah, there's mentions. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of my 10?
Yeah, but Les. I mean, leaving Les out is.
Who'd you take out? I can only take out you. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's
You've
fine. No,
gone.
Les, Joe. I'll take.
No.
I'm taking out Les.
I'm going to boot you out.
Yeah, put Les in.
And I want to keep you in.
No, that was all.
It's my list. I'll do what I want.
I don't want to be that.
Right, you're number 1 now.
So,
with that attitude.
Okay, so Les is out, and no Fowler. Robbie was incredible.
Yeah, I've got to put Robbie Fowler in somewhere tonight.
Go on then. You got time?
I'll put you in at 10.
No, but I'm out. Take me out.
No, I want to put you in.
No, but don't put me in it because listen,
Okay, I'll take you out.
Yeah, that's fine. Listen, I know.
I don't want you in it because you're my mate, and I don't want to put you in it.
No, but listen.
11th.
Okay.
I am proud of
Jack.
the amount of goals I scored.
So Jack is a prime example. If you throw enough of it on the wall, some of it will stick, and that was sticking. 11th. You'll be 11th.
Okay.
And Robbie Fowler 10th.
All right. No. Okay.
All right. So, go on. Here we go. Moany. Go on.
No. So obviously no Dion.
Dion Dublin.
Yeah, and he was good by the way.
I thought he was a TV presenter.
No Dion.
He was good.
He was brilliant. No Dion. And I know it's just funny. And just funny about Dion.
Dion listens to this show, right?
All the time.
He
was when he was at Coventry and Villa. Oh my goodness.
No, listen. If we're talking centre backs, he's your man.
And he's won golden boots.
Top 10 centre backs.
He's won a golden boot.
For how many goals?
Don't know, mate. He's got golden boots on his mantelpiece.
I bet it was under 20. He's got what on his mantelpiece?
Golden boot.
What, in the lounge? Has he got a walkway to the kitchen?
Oh, it's a no.
No, but hold on. You're saying these names. Dion Dublin. I love Dion. You love Dion. He's not top 10, is he?
Well, wait.
I don't know what you're trying to make me feel.
No, I'm giving you examples.
Yeah, well, of course, these are great players you're mentioning just outside the top. Right, do you know what? I'm putting Dion above you.
No,
you're now 12th.
No, Letizier.
He's not a striker.
But he's still like.
He's not a striker.
Yeah, but he's like the Teddy role, isn't he?
No, he's not a striker.
Teddy role? That Teddy, no? It's the exact same. Similar.
No, he's not exact. No. That's absolute garbage. He's so not.
Gabby?
Gabby who? Gabby who? Who's that? He's not even Aston Villa's all-time goal scorer, is he?
12th.
You got 13th.
So hold on. Okay, let's have a look.
So now you're looking at names people.
No, but someone's put in no Michael Owen. People don't listen to that.
I put Michael Owen. He was
right.
Third or fourth.
So let's have a look at this list again. Right.
Do you want me to call it out?
Yeah, go in order.
Well, I haven't got the order. 10 was you.
No, it wasn't me. So 10 is now Fowler.
Okay, 10 is Fowler.
Then it's JD at 9, Vardy at 8, Andy Cole at 7, which I think it should be higher. Teddy at 6, Ian Wright at 5, Owen at 4, Shearer at 3, Kane at 2, and Wazza at 1.
That's unbelievable.
If you're going to strike, yeah, okay.
Who would you take out of that? If you're doing it on my...
If you're going all-round goal scorer, just goal scorer alone,
yeah,
I'm putting Kane at 1.
Yeah, but who are you taking out of
Shearer,
that?
though. Hold on, Shearer's 3.
Who are you taking out of that?
It's hard. A lot of people might look at Vardy.
You got a match tomorrow.
Someone's put in Drogba, honestly. You winding me up. English.
Imagine that person. You've just heard.
He's steaming.
He's just heard English player, and he's gone, give me my phone. They missed out Drogba. Yeah. Zico.
Collymore? Stan Collymore?
He wouldn't be on that list.
No, that's
right?
Dion. I know. Oh, Dion is going to get you.
What's he going to do? Throw a dube at me? You can't. I don't think you can argue with that. Even the great Darren Bent can't argue with that.
No, but I wouldn't. Argue with that. But I just think.
Is it?
I would. Me personally.
Who would I? No, I would probably, not the order.
I would put Coley above Teddy.
No, but not the order. Is that the 10? Have I got the 10?
Les was unbelievable.
Have I got the 10?
I don't know because Les was unbelievable.
So who are you taking out?
So you're saying Vardy's better than Fowler?
No, because they're both in the 10.
No. Okay, Vardy's 8.
But have I got the 10?
I don't know.
I might got the order wrong. Have I got the right 10?
Potentially, but I'm looking at Les. Maybe Les might have got it, but it's who comes up.
I've got the right 10. There you go. Another point to Team Goldstein. Still to come on Drive. Charlie Baker gave us an unfortunate update.
Still married, Paul.
Who's coming up with these jokes? Is that you, Jack? Stuart Pearce revealed the way Adrian Durham eats his dinner.
Someone's feeding him with a catapult.
Jason Cundy tells us what he goes in his spare time.
Gone round the bloke's house.
And that's it. Gone round the bloke's house. Who's written these today? Did you just throw a load of words into a bag and then empty the bag on the floor and pick it up? All that, whatever that is, and so much more can I in the second half of Drive. We've passed that already, Jack. With me, Andy Goldstein, and Darren Bent. Tells us what hair goes in his spare time. Amazing work.
You've got stairs going up to your bedroom.
Mr. Driver talkSPORT, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside Steve Cumbria, bringing you team news from England's trip to Serbia. A game you can hear live on talkSPORT. Kicks off at 7:45. Aid will be building up to that one when we come off air in just over an hour's time. Just quickly, Premier League clubs have reportedly asked for more clarity about the settlement of a legal dispute with Man City over the rules that govern commercial deals. I bet they have. Now, do you want the chance to win £25,000 in cash plus Oasis tickets to their very last show at Wembley on the 27th of September? Well, listen up, because we're giving you that chance with our biggest competition to date. 2 lucky winners, yes, 2 will win a pair of tickets to see Oasis live at Wembley for the last time. But that's not all. Along with the tickets, one of you will walk away with a massive £25,000 in cash. For all the details on how you can enter, listen up right now, because it could be you.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word Oasis to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 338. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
You can.
You can indeed. Time now for this. Bum, ba, ba, bum. Time for the best of talkSPORT, friends. This is where we run you through some of the recent highlight moments from across talkSPORT and our sister stations. Let's kick things off with today's Hawksbee and Baker show. Here's Charlie describing an embarrassing moment with his in-laws.
Walked into a plate glass window.
Have you really?
Yeah.
You didn't go through it, did you?
I smashed it.
Oh, wow.
Very early days in the relationship with my wife.
Okay.
Stayed at her dad's house. Walked through one of his. Walked through a plate glass door.
Did it affect the relationship with the in-laws a bit?
Still married, Paul.
Yeah.
Still married. My father-in-law did say at our wedding, I've lost a daughter and gained an idiot.
Have you ever seen that happen to anyone? Walk through?
No, one never.
Happens a lot. I've never seen it either.
No.
What's the most bizarre way you've ever hurt yourself?
The most bizarre way I've ever hurt myself would probably be crashing my bike into a phone box.
We don't know about that, do we?
No, I was younger, but obviously I was flying on my bike and I lost control of it and went clattering through a phone box.
You alright?
Yeah, fine. Lost my Snickers though. I had Snickers in my pocket.
Snickers or Snickers?
Snickers. My pocket, lost it.
That couldn't be that far, could it? Have you ever embarrassed yourself around the wife's family?
No, never.
What about when you were sick on Christmas Day?
No, because it was only my family there, so it's not a problem.
What did your wife say about that when you woke up Christmas morning?
Human Christmas Day. Yeah, a few.
Whole bottle of whiskey on your own night before.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Finished.
Paul and Andy, we're back at 1 p.m. tomorrow. You can get all the best bits of the show. And, of course, clips of the week on the H&J podcast. I won't worry about that. Just download the 21 Minutes to Go podcast.
Over to Last Night Sports Bar with
21 minutes to go, me and Cundy.
Over to Last Night Sports Bar with Jason Cundy and Jermaine Pennant. Here's another example of Cundy struggling to guess a simple question during the quiz.
He was a character in Breaking Bad with the bald head. What's his name? It's a...
That's yeah. I needed that. That was a big one.
You know, I started watching Breaking Bad. I'm into about the 5th episode where someone's gone around the bloke's house and he's parked up and there's all sorts of kicking.
What's it like to watch TV next to Jason Cundy?
Oh, he doesn't stop moving.
Does he not? Always fidgeting?
Doesn't stop moving. You know, what did he tell me? He told me he picks his nose in his sleep. Weird, isn't it?
Is Breaking Bad the best TV show of all time?
No, but it's up there. Have you seen it all?
Yes, good. But I felt it was really good, but there was moments where I had to dig in because it was like quite slow.
But that's the same with all of them, right?
Oh, no, it's not.
The episode The Fly, don't bother with that.
Yeah, that done me. But it's good. I think,
it's good.
in my personal opinion,
I thought it was great.
24 is the greatest TV show of all time. That's my favourite. Jack Bauer. Oh my goodness.
First couple of it, and then it just gets a bit repetitive.
Incredible.
It gets stupid because there was one bit where Geezer got shot. Jack Bauer got shot.
Yeah.
I can't remember what series. And then within 3 episodes, he's back on his feet.
Yeah, of course.
That's 3 hours.
What's your point with that? 50 Cent got shot 9 times.
Takes about,
he was all right.
Takes about 3 hours to come around from a general.
Nah, it doesn't. He was fine. Jack Bauer.
That's sort of stupid about it.
Who would play Andy Goldstein if they made a biopic about your life?
Pitt.
Yeah, no, I was thinking more Cruise.
Tom Cruise? Yeah. No, probably what's his name? I can't remember the guy's name. Who's the fella?
Ben Stiller?
Yeah.
Right, nice. Jamie O'Hara returns tonight to take your calls alongside Jason Cundy, so be sure to get your calls into the sports bar from 10 p.m.
And ahead of Adrian Dunn, bringing you live commentary of Serbia against England tonight. Here's an astute bit of punditry from the former England captain, Stuart Pearce.
There's a fella sat next to my right. Honestly, he's been eating a meat pie with almost like someone's feeding him with a catapult, to be honest with you. It's all over his chops. It's incredible. And all over my jacket now.
He looks like Mr. Adrian Durham, isn't he?
Oh, so it is. I didn't recognise him.
What's your favourite pie?
My favourite pie would be probably steak.
And what?
Steak and mushroom.
All right. Is that a thing?
Or steak and ale. Steak and ale pie.
Ale?
Yeah. It's nice, that.
I like chicken and mushroom.
Okay, nice. I mean, I thought you were going to say something more spectacular than that.
An ale. Stuart Pearce is on comms tonight, Serbia against England. He's alongside Jim Proudfoot, the messy eater that is Jim Proudfoot. All the build-up gets underway at 7, kicks off 7:45. We'll have team news in our show in the next hour. Stay where you are. What's that? What was the name of the podcast you and Cundy did? 21 minutes
no
to
one
go.
wants to download that.
Download 21 minutes to go.
Formula One. It's a sport often seen as insular and elitist, but it's seen a meteoric rise under its owners Liberty Media, not only in popularity and viewership, but in the ability to almost print money. From greater access to more races, here's how it happened. For decades, Formula One was owned and run by one man, Bernie Ecclestone. He was old school, someone who thought the sport itself was enough, and there was no need for all this modern marketing and social media nonsense. But in 2016, Ecclestone agreed to sell his baby to American group Liberty Media. It cost Liberty Media $4.4 billion, and they quickly got to work. We got an F1 app almost immediately, and teams were allowed to show us more from behind the scenes. One of Liberty's most important deals was with Netflix, which in 2019 brought us Drive to Survive. The effect? An almost 70% rise in viewership for races in the US alone. It's massively benefited Formula One online too, with a rise from 7.8 million followers across its social media platforms in 2016 to around 50 million today. New eyes are on the sport too, with F1's own subscription TV channel, which people can watch anywhere in the world. But the main market they've tapped into is the US. There's now 3 races there a year in Texas, Miami and Las Vegas, and an American-branded team, Cadillac, getting involved in the sport too. More races seems to be the direction of travel. A street circuit in Madrid's being welcomed onto the calendar, while conversations around a Grand Prix in Africa have ramped up in the last few years. More big events could be in the offing too, after the massive F1 75 season launch event in London in 2025. 7.5 million people tuned in to watch it live across their social media channels, and that doesn't include the viewing figures for where it was broadcast on TV in certain countries. It seems Liberty will do whatever they can to grow the F1 brand. Their efforts have been worthwhile too, with Forbes valuing the sport at $17.1 billion back in 2023, almost 4 times more than what they bought it for in 2016. Not bad, considering it's seen as a sport where people just drive around in circles.
Welcome back to Last Hour, Andy Goldstein's Drive Time Show with me, Andy Goldstein, the pilot of the ship, and the fella that gives out the sandwiches, Darren Bent.
Get up, open that thing.
The engine.
Still to come, we'll be hearing what former Premier League manager Tony Pulis had to say about the dark arts this morning on talkSPORT. But now, England and Thomas Tuchel have another chance to restore the faith amongst the fans tonight as they take on Serbia live right here on talkSPORT.
This one is far from a friendly.
You're being given that opportunity with England. This is where you take it.
An own goal and a Declan Rice header. England 2, Andorra 0.
It's boring. We left after 80 minutes.
Fans have a right to come here and expect to see 4 or 5 goals.
People are just switching off or they're bored. I've got no genuine belief that we have any chance in this tournament.
He's got a chance to get the shot away! Vlahovic has scored for Serbia!
Tuesday's going to be a much more significant test and a much better barometer, bellwether of exactly where England are.
The competition is on, it's World Cup season.
I've been slightly disappointed with him in terms of that fearlessness, that fluidity, that freedom. We haven't really seen it.
Playing for your country is, the biggest honour for anyone. You know you have to take the opportunity.
Whacks it inside the penalty area, and Jude Bellingham with a flying header. England 1, Serbia 0.
It's camp by camp until we hopefully arrive in the US.
There's a big test coming up in Serbia, and talkSPORT will be there.
And so will England. England will be looking to end the international break on a high as they take on Serbia. It's the game you can hear live right here on talkSPORT. The superstar, the GOAT that is Adrian Durham. We'll be joined by Jim Proudfoot, former England captain Stuart Pearce, with kick-off at 7:45. That's Serbia beat England live straight after us on talkSPORT. England captain Harry Kane was speaking yesterday ahead of tonight's game. He discussed the criticism the Three Lions get, even when they win.
Ultimately, it's about qualifying. We want to be in America next summer. Sometimes it's taken for granted a little bit. We're just expected to be there, but we know the work we put in, we know the detail in every meeting, in every training session that gets us to where we are. And yeah, that's all we're focused on. We can't control the noise on the outside. That's always going to be there. That's part and parcel of getting to this level, and you just have to deal with it.
Benny and I are going to have our say on whether or not England and England fans are too harsh on the team. 03717223344. If you dial in now, we'll put you straight to air. Are we too harsh when it comes to talking about the Three Lions? The way I look at it, Benny, is we're harsh because we expect more. It's sort of a backhanded compliment. If England players were poor, I wouldn't go on and on about how poor they were. But I look at that England team, and 9 times out of 10, when I watch them play, they are better than that. And that's what annoys me.
Yeah, I mean, look, I get it. There's a couple of things with this. I do think at times we are a little bit arrogant in terms of the way we view the England national team, considering we've only won something since '66. That's the first thing. So every major tournament, it does annoy me a bit. They're like, we're going to win it. And I think, well, hold on, of what? What are we basing it on? And I get it.
Yep.
We've got great players, or perceived great players. We've got some really, really world-class talent in the squad. But I just think sometimes club football and international football is different. Like, everyone's got their different systems. Everyone talks about Phil Foden, Jude Bellingham. How do you get him in the same team? You've got Cole Palmer, who's almost got that kind of free role. I don't think it's as easy as getting these players to come together and just going, right, away you go, you're the best players, away you go and play.
No, but it's not that. It starts before the game starts. So we see, every time we see the squad, the majority of football fans have a moan up.
Yeah.
The majority, because there are players that should be in the squad that aren't.
But you know, I feel like sometimes our nation is not the only nation, but for instance, I watched Spain, right, over the weekend.
Yeah.
They were unbelievable the way in terms of the way that they play, right? And they don't play necessarily all the best players that are Spanish in the national team. They will then, he's the best, but for the purposes of this team, I'm going to pull him out and put someone else in because he suits it better. And you can see the rewards of that. We're so like angry about why is he in the squad? Why is he in the squad? Why is he playing? Rather than going, do you know what? Maybe they're in the squad because they suit the system that Thomas Tuchel's trying to play, which is a little bit better. But we don't give him that opportunity. We're like, we just lose our.
No, but if
we lose our
what
stuff.
What were you going to say? Yes.
Yeah, we lose our stuff with him because we're like, what? And obviously, I don't agree with this, but why is Henderson in the squad? Why is he playing Dan Burn there? Do you know what I mean? Rather than going, let it just breathe.
You're right, but here's the thing: if he played Henderson, if he played Dan Burn, if he played X, Y, and Z, and then they produce, we'd all sit back and go, fair enough. He knows what he's doing.
Okay,
but the fact
up until this point, recently, whoever we've picked haven't produced because we haven't won.
I know, but we've got closer than we've ever got before.
Is that good enough?
It's the best ever since '66.
But still, we still haven't achieved what we need to achieve.
Have we moved on since the last Euro final? Are we better?
Well, time will tell. He's only just got here.
But now.
No, we've only just got here.
No, but now, from what you've seen, you can judge him on that.
No, my point is, he has got...
That's an easy question to ask.
No, it's not, because some of his best players are out.
Right.
There's players who I want to see in the squad who have been injured, haven't got in there yet.
Okay.
So I think, give him a little bit more time, and I think we'll start to see what Thomas Tuchel wants to do. But people's patience with him are so thin.
But that's because there's so many decisions an England manager makes that make no sense. And I'm not even talking about when they play. So he decided to cut the squad. I think it was either from 26 to 24, 24 to 22. Yeah. I can't remember which one. But either way, he took 2 out.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he wanted to.
Yeah, but
you have to allow him to do...
But there are players like Jack Grealish, like Trent, that you think, well, if you've got 2 spaces, stick them in.
Yeah, but why? Okay, you take them 2. Okay. You still leave Phil Foden out.
Okay, Phil then.
Okay, then who? Okay, then who's not in?
But the only person on the planet that doesn't pick Jack Grealish is the manager.
Okay, I understand that. But then
that's why we get annoyed. Like, for argument's sake, Jed Spence, right? Should be somewhere near the starting 11 at the moment with the injuries.
He might not think that.
Hold on. Picked in the squad. Didn't get a minute.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Okay, but Gareth, listen.
What?
Andy,
why?
Gareth was doing the same thing.
No, but I'm telling you why England fans are frustrated.
Okay, but my same thing with Harry Kane. Harry Kane striker. How many times has Gareth paid Harry Kane in every international?
And at the other end, Pickford and goal.
And we go, is Watkins going to get a minute? Is Solanke going to get a minute? So Thomas Tuchel is not doing things we've not seen before.
No, and that's what annoys the football fan. No, why?
I think you just got to give him a bit of time. Give him a bit.
Of course I'm going to give him time.
You're not. You're trying to get him out the door now.
No. You're totally misquoting. I've never said that.
I ain't. I ain't.
I wouldn't get him out now. I won't get him out. No, of course. No. It's way too early. And he will take time. But what annoys me is when we play bad and people won't say we play bad.
Yeah, that's annoying.
That annoys me because we did play bad. Over the weekend, we were dreadful. We were dreadful.
I'm still looking for him to find his starting 11 and the style of play that he wants.
I know, but when we watch England, we have to base what we see on the performance, not on what might happen next time.
Yeah, but a little bit of your analogy is what might happen because you're talking about he should have did this and he should have done that with people that are not even there.
Yeah, after the game.
I feel you just need to let it breathe.
Okay, out of 10, mark the last England performance.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It was poor.
Yeah, but mark it out of 10 for me.
5.
Okay, I agree. 4 or 5.
Yeah.
That's dreadful.
But I get it.
But we can only mark what we've seen.
I know, but I think it will...
You can't say 5, but if everyone's back, 10.
No, but I do think once he gets all his players back that he wants and the squad that he wants to work with...
I don't think he's going to pick the players I don't think he'll pick the players that we think...
Well, Jude's going to be in there 100%. So that's one bonus.
Yes.
Right? Fullback... Gareth wasn't.
What side?
Yeah, but Gareth wasn't big on Trent anyway. So it's not.
That's true.
So it's not like he's going, got to get Trent in because Trent wasn't. Gareth was a little bit 50-50 on him anyway. Yeah. Anyway, Adam Wharton, I think will be in the squad.
Yes, I agree with that.
There's another one, right? Stones is injured, isn't he?
Yeah, at the moment.
He'll come back in.
Yeah.
So there's big hitters there.
I know, but it's whether or not he plays them.
He will. Stones is going to play next to Gahey. Wharton's one I need.
Left back.
Need to see him. Lewis Skelly's fine.
Okay, yeah, fine. I agree with that.
Luke Shaw, if he gets fitness, he'll get himself back
one
in
of
there.
those two, yeah.
So let him get some of the players back. No Cole Palmer in the squad.
Yeah.
No Jude Bellingham.
No.
There's two. No Saka. These are big hitters.
100%.
So
And with those players fit, hopefully we'll be a lot better.
Okay, well, there you go.
But I can only judge on what I've seen. And what annoys me is it upsets people if I'm not going, oh, we're great.
Oh, no, I don't think he does, because I agree with you. We haven't been great. We've been poor.
No, but we're poor. So, for argument's sake, right? Faker Brothers, talkSPORT England correspondent.
Oh.
We had a bit of a
ding-dong.
A ding-dong yesterday on the show, right? Because I said we were abysmal.
Yeah.
And she took offence. Now, we were abysmal.
You weren't great.
We were abysmal. No,
I think I do think it'll be better.
No one needs to take that personally. I get it. She's very close to the England team and she's in the camp and that's her job. And I totally understand why she may feel like that. But either way, when you watch England play like they did at the weekend, we were turgid. We were awful.
We're going to have to be better tonight.
We're going to have to be a lot
but,
better.
Okay, imagine we play turgid.
Yeah.
Or World Cup and win it. You go. Is he
it's all about the result.
Does he then turn into a genius? If we play this,
I'll tell you why the answer is no. Because Ange isn't a genius and he won the Europa League.
There's a bit of a difference between the World Cup and the Europa League.
I'm talking about a manager who wins a major competition.
Oh, no.
It does, no.
I don't agree with you.
No,
I think he becomes a genius if he wins the World Cup playing turgid. Ange winning the Europa League's brilliant. It's not the big boy, though. It's not the
I'm not comparing. I'm just saying, just because you win the big dog doesn't mean you're a genius.
Oh, no, you are. If you win the World Cup, you are. 100% you are. World Cup.
I don't know about genius.
Mate, World Cup is the biggest.
But what you're saying is if you win the World Cup, you become one of the greatest ever managers.
Yeah, he would automatically... Thomas Tuchel...
If Gareth would have won the World Cup, would he have been one of the greatest ever managers?
Potentially.
What do you mean potentially? Yes or no?
He would go into the top two in terms of English managers ever.
No, but in your head...
Oh, just funny. I just thought something.
Go on.
Sorry. If England win the World Cup, right, like, Thomas Tuchel will be regarded as one of the greatest England managers ever.
Yeah.
And he's German.
Yeah.
People would lose their minds. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, they would,
wouldn't they? Yeah. Rather than going, do you know what? People would lose it.
Who's the best manager at the moment on the planet?
Well, I would always go Pep.
Okay. If Tuchel wins the World Cup, is he better?
No, because you got to put body of work together. But I tell you what, but we have to judge Pep when he goes to international because he's
better than Klopp.
Tuchel.
Yeah.
If you win the World Cup, mate, you're up there. Because do you know why I say he's up there? Because he's won the Champions League already. He's won the Bundesliga. Do you know what I mean? So he's won big trophies. So you then add World Cup to your CV, mate. You're getting into that territory.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he's won the World Cup and then he's never seen again. He's already ticked off a couple big ticks.
It's easy for you to say. Let's put it to you.
Big ticks.
You slowed it down at the end there, just in case. 03717223334. Why are we so harsh, or are we too harsh on England?
I don't think you're harsh. I think you're quite realistic in terms of what you're
honest.
saying.
Yeah. And also, if Thomas Tuchel wins the World Cup, does he become a genius?
You'd have to be.
I'm not sure.
Also as well.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Also as well.
Yeah.
Going over to America and winning it. We're a European nation that's not used to them kind of conditions.
No.
He manufactures it and they win it over there. Oh my goodness. Legend.
03717223334. Reminder, we'll have team news for you ahead of that game. England v Serbia is happening in tonight's show. The team news happening, then we build up to live commentary on talkSPORT of it. But when we come back, your calls. If you win the World Cup, are you a genius? Live on talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent is here. We'll go to the phone lines in just a moment. Still to come. The GOAT, Adrian Durham. He'll be joining us shortly for all the very latest news surrounding England's trip to Serbia. That game live on talkSPORT. Of course, build up again straight after us. Just quickly, Wales. They will face Canada this evening in a World Cup qualifier. The manager, Craig Bellamy, has revealed what he's looking for from the game.
Intensity, because they're bringing that. That's why we were able to choose this friendly. How they press, how they trigger. They have loads of good habits. Very aggressive, and it's just for us to be the team we want to be.
And a reminder, we're bringing you team news from Wales against Canada in just a moment. And, of course, we'll be taking your calls. Before all of that, it's time for this.
Couldn't believe he got a yellow card for that. The game's gone.
Honestly, I've seen my Sunday League team defend better than our back line. Welcome to Moany fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Now, earlier on, we heard from Dylan Orr from our friends at Paddy Power for this week's Moany fans. And his moan of the week was on our Pep. Didn't get the best out of Jack Grealish at his time at Man City. Well, Bentley and I are going to see if we can outmoan Dylan on this one. We've each got 30 seconds to vent. Producer Joe will decide whether we've eclipsed Paddy's moaner in chief. Bentley, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay, I'll go second as well. Oh, I'll go first then, sorry.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm joking. Do you want to turn my mic on so I can have a moan? I'll have a moan at Jack first, but not turn my mic on. I'll have a moan at Jack for turning the volume up in my studio earlier on. When, I don't think anyone can have a problem with the way he played him. When he went to Man City, they paid a lot of money from £100 million, and he was a free-flowing midfielder. Very rare you get a player that, when the ball's at his feet, can go everywhere, wherever he wants, and he certainly had that role at Villa. And that was coached out of him at Man City.
Yeah.
And I think we've seen just how great a player Jack is. He's back at Everton now. He's scoring goals, or he's certainly setting them up, actually. And he just looks brilliant. I think if they can pay for him now, they should do that.
Yeah.
He's a great player.
He's
Jack Grealish.
Nice.
And I really like him. And that's why he should stay at Everton. You've got 45 seconds. Your time starts now.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that I don't understand why Pep couldn't get the best out of him, but saying that he played an integral part of them winning the treble that year, and he has helped them achieve greatness while he's been at Manchester City. But maybe the time was for him to leave. If you're Jack, though, you're almost thinking he's been fantastic for Everton, but he might want to hold out, because I think maybe another Champions League team might try and get him. Maybe that's be here or foreign. But now he's been incredible, and Pep might look at that and go, listen, he served his purpose, he done what we needed him to do, but it was time for my club, because Pep, he likes to change his tactics around.
Well done.
To go different direction.
Shut up. Right. Let's find out live from producer Joe, the Ipswich fan, who get married in a few weeks' time, the result. Joe, who are you going with? He says Goldstein. There you go, another win for Team Goldstein. There you go, that's Paddy's moan for Moany fans today, 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Moany fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Right, team news is in. Serbia take on England. It kicks off at 7:45. It's live on talkSPORT. Jim Proudfoot has everything we need to know. Jim, good evening to you.
Yeah, Andy, a very good evening from Belgrade, where there are 4 changes to the team that beat Andorra on Saturday. Tino Livramento makes his first start under Thomas Tuchel. Ezri Konsa's also recalled at the back. Morgan Rogers reprises the attacking midfield role that he had against Latvia, whilst Anthony Gordon is preferred to Marcus Rashford on the left. Rashford drops to the bench along with Eze and Byrne. Lewis Skelly's not involved at all. Part of that to manage his workload, having played his first full 90 minutes of the season at the weekend. Mark Gahey is fit, despite concerns earlier in the week about a groin injury. So the England team in full: Pickford, James, Konsa, Gahey and Livramento. Anderson continues to anchor the midfield after his impressive debut on Saturday. Madueke, Rogers, Rice and Gordon, with Kane up front. So that team again: Pickford, James, Konsa, Gahey, Livramento, Anderson, Madueke, Rogers, Rice and Gordon, and Kane. And Stuart Pearce is alongside me for a 7:45 kickoff here in Belgrade on talkSPORT.
Thanks, Jim, for that. Just reaction from you, Benny. I've tried to write it down. I can't read my own writing.
Yeah, I like it, to be fair. The midfield three of Anderson, anchoring Rice and Morgan Rogers. I really like Morgan Rogers. Yeah. I think he's a real talent. I think Aston Villa said he was the one player that wasn't for sale, categorically.
You're right, so.
Gordon getting his opportunity. Madueke, I like that. Thought he was one of the players against Andorra. Was it Andorra?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Andorra that really tried to take the game to them and make things happen. So, yeah, it's a good side. And Konsa coming in for Dan Byrne, Livramento for Lewis Skelly. It's a good team. It's not nice to see, though. Reece James looks like he can keep himself fit.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I'm such a big fan of his.
It's a big ask, right?
But I think he'll be able to.
I hope so.
Manages load.
He's one of the best right backs we've got.
Yeah. In world football,
he might be the top of that list, but either way. Reminder, that game, it kicks off 7:45. Adrian Durham takes over at 7, so 35 minutes time, building up to live commentary of it, and the boys on the Sports Bar will be taking your calls. We'll be taking your calls now, actually. We've been talking about England. Do we give England too much of a rough ride? Scott is a Rangers fan. He's first up. Hello, Scott.
How you doing, boys?
Well, good, man. How are you today?
Not bad, not bad.
What would you like to say, Scotty?
Well, I heard Adrian say, the England fans turn up and they expect to win these games like 4 and 5-0, obviously because it's just Andorra. But being like in Scotland, being a Rangers fan, especially us and Celtic as well, we turn up every week. We expect to win these games. You're home for like a 3, 4, 5-0 against like the smaller teams in the SPL, but you're obviously England. That's Andorra. They're coming to England to play you. They're going to set up not to get beat. So playing it, like trying to attack against like 2 banks of 4 and in front of your box, trying to play through like 8, 9 men in front of a box, it's not going to happen.
It's Andorra.
It's the same up in Scotland. Andorra, sorry. So you're trying to play against like 8, 9 men in front of a box. You're trying to find wee passes, wee link-up play, but when there's that many people there, it's the same up in Scotland.
Well, it's not the best line in the world. I hear what he's saying, and a lot of people have said it. You know,
I said it to you.
He's set up, but it's Andorra.
I get that, but
okay, here's my worry. If we can't break Andorra down, we ain't going to win the World Cup.
Potentially, but that's the problem. When you play against lesser sides, they know they can't go toe-to for England, so they will just put every single player they can. If they get a point out of it for Andorra or get beat 1-0, they'll see that as what a result.
Of course. Matt is an Arsenal fan. He hasn't really tasted glory for a long time. Hello, Matt.
Hello, how you doing, guys?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
What would you like to
great
say?
Show.
Thanks, man.
I've always just thought England, it's not the expectancy, but like we always seem to be less than the sum of its parts. Like the players that we've got on the pitch, they're just you're left wanting a little bit more. And you look at some of the teams in the Premier League last season who, on paper, probably you wouldn't have them up there for Europe, but every week they've gone in, energy, desire, they've really gone after it. I think Bournemouth and Forest last year, and that's kind of what you want. I'd rather that out of England than, sorry to say it, but you know, Spurs or Man U last season. That sort of performance where you look at the players and think, just not done enough. You just don't feel like they've done enough. And against Andorra, we've got no right to go and smash 5-6 past any team, but it's the performance, it's the effort.
I agree.
It's that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's not the amount of goals we score; it's the chances we create and how we play.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's exactly what it is. And you just want to be proud of what they've done, I guess.
I'm telling you now, I get what people are saying about Andorra and stuff, but it's not that easy. You put that many people behind the ball, it's not that easy.
Yeah, I'm not talking about scoring lots of goals. I'm talking about what we look like when we play football.
Even trying to create. When you put that many bodies in front of the goal, it's hard. England, they won it, which is a positive.
I listen to you, Andorra. 5 behind the ball.
I'm telling you, that's hard.
It shouldn't be.
But it is hard.
Not Eddie. Still to come, we'll be hearing what former Premier League manager Tony Pulis has been saying this morning on breakfast. First, it's time for the last no Googling of the day. With England in action against Serbia for just the second time ever, we want to know who scored the only goal in the game when we met for the first time. Do you know that?
I mean, that's broad, that.
It is broad, but it sort of works. We've only ever played them once before. We won 1-0. Who scored the goal? I think that's the question. The answer to that and loads more coming up in the last 30 minutes of today's show. Then we hand over to Adrian Durham. He builds up to live commentary on talkSPORT as Serbia take on England.
Another day in the life of Nottingham Forest. Nuno sacked, Big Ange in. And after Nuno's public criticism of Evangelos Marinakis, Simon Jordan says this was an inevitability.
It's absurd. You're an employee. You wouldn't appreciate your players going into the media and saying, my relationship with the manager, not so good. We had a good relationship last year, not so good now. We don't talk very much. What would Nuno Espirito Santo do in that situation? He'd probably go apoplectic.
Marinakis says Postecoglou has the credentials and track record to win trophies at the City Ground. We understand it will be a 2-year deal and will take charge of Forest's trip to Arsenal live on talkSPORT this Saturday lunchtime. Now, ahead of England's qualifier against Serbia tonight, live on talkSPORT, Forest and England legend Stuart Pearce, who's been underwhelmed by life under Tuchel so far, says a lot is riding on this performance.
The Serbs have got to come out and play a little bit. They've got to go after us. Might suit us a little bit. But this is the acid test tonight. It's going to be a really tough game, no doubt about that.
Coverage starts from 7 p.m. tonight, and Sam Curran has been named in the England cricket team for the first T20 international against South Africa in Cardiff tomorrow. It'll be the first time he's played for his country since last winter's tour of the Caribbean.
Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Bent is alongside me. Before the break, I asked the question, England take on Serbia. It's live on talkSPORT in an hour and 10 minutes' time. And we've played them once before. Who scored the only goal of the game? I've got a clue for you.
Go on, Geezer.
First name is what you wear on your feet when it's raining.
Wellies.
The whole lot.
Wellington boots.
Right? No, not the whole lot, just the first bit of that.
Wellington.
Right? And the first bit of his name is what's cancelled at the moment because there's strikes.
Underground.
Yeah, but another name for it.
Tube.
Yeah.
Wellington Tube.
The other way around.
Jude Bellingham.
Tube Wellington. Still to come, we'll hear from former Stoke City gaffer Tony Pulis on the art of the long throw. And a reminder that O'Hara and Cundy, they'll be taking your calls tonight, straight after Serbia against England, on the Sports Bar from 10. Now, Wales, they're in international friendly action this evening. That's a mouthful. They're taking on one of the World Cup hosts, Canada. Lawrence Moore is watching that one for talkSPORT, and he's got the team news for us now. Lawrence, good evening.
Yeah, evening, guys. This is Craig Bellamy's first friendly as manager of Wales, and with that in mind and the long journey back from Kazakhstan, he's made 8 changes to his starting 11. There's a debut for Cardiff City teenager Ronan Capacchio, another teenager in Charlie Crew of Leeds, currently on loan at Doncaster. He makes his first international start. Sheffield United reserve goalkeeper Adam Davies plays just his 4th competitive game of 2025 and gets his 6th Welsh cap. So that team in full, it's Davies in goals, a back 4 of Capaccio, Davies, Cabango and Nico Williams. Crew and Jordan James will anchor midfield, with Wilson ahead of them. David Brooks, Dan James are either side of Oxford's Mark Harris. Wales are free scoring under Bellamy, 15 in their last 6 games. Should be a really interesting test against the World Cup hosts Canada, managed by ex-Leeds boss Jesse Marsh. Goals as they go in tonight at the Swansea.com Stadium as Wales take on Canada.
Perfection as always. Thanks for that, Lawrence. Right, it's time to bring in the main man ahead of England's World Cup qualifier with Serbia. On talkSPORT, as we say good evening to the GOAT, Adrian Durham, who joins us live from Belgrade. Aid, good evening.
Andy, Benty, good evening from a very, very warm Belgrade. Very excited. The fans are coming in. I'm actually really excited about this. I know a lot of people have got a bit of a downer on England, but I'm really excited about it. This is the biggest game in the group for England. So win it, and we wouldn't say as good as qualified, but they're as good as qualified.
It's always nice when you've got Bon Jovi on in the background as well. I'm looking at the England team he's picked. It looks fine for me, and it's not necessarily about the score for me tonight. It's about the performance, because the one I saw at the weekend was turgid. What are you hoping to see, apart from obviously an England victory, what are you hoping to see tonight, Aid?
Well, I'm hoping that Serbia will try to win, which is what Andorra didn't do on Saturday, which I think really contributed. That was the massive contributing factor to it being such a turgid game. You're right to describe it like that. I think tonight Serbia know that if they win the game, they've got a real chance of winning the group. They can come to England for the reverse game and hopefully get a result that will head them to the top of the group. I think that they will do that tonight. They will come out and play a little bit more than Andorra did, and that will, as Thomas Tuchel said yesterday to the media, leave some gaps that hopefully England will be able to exploit. But England have got to be better. They could have scored more goals on Saturday. They had chances, 7 efforts on target, and you would expect them to score more goals with all those efforts on target than the 2 that they got, one of which was an own goal. So, yeah, they didn't do particularly well on Saturday. I don't think anybody can dress it up any differently. I'm looking for better tonight, and I actually think it will be better tonight.
Hey, let me ask you then, because you were right, the performance at the weekend wasn't great, but someone who did shine was Elliot Anderson. I thought he's been fantastic for Forest and he's been brilliant for England. I thought he looked really assured. Do you think that's now his position to hold on to?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's got to get this midfield conundrum right, and that involves Jude Bellingham coming back. Cole Palmer, you would think, is the number 10, unless Jude Bellingham wants to be in that role, and then there's a decision to make. Or do you drop Bellingham deeper because you feel like you can't leave him out? Do you leave Jude Bellingham out? Elliot Anderson's performing so well, but what we've got to remember is he performed very well against an Andorra side that offered no threat whatsoever. Yeah. They had 4 touches in the England box. It was pathetic. They didn't even make Jordan Pickford make a save. There was nothing on target from them. They weren't trying to score. They weren't even trying to win the game, never mind score. So tonight is a different test for Elliot Anderson, and so I'm really excited to see how he performs in what is a difficult atmosphere. It's a hostile stadium normally, and I'm sure the fans will make it that tonight, and against a far better team than we saw on Saturday. So it's a test to him. He did well in that game at Villa Park, no question about it, but I wouldn't quite say it's his to hold on to as yet, but that position is up for grabs.
Just talking about the rest of the side, I'm looking at the starting 11. I make it 5 for my money, 5 of the 11 tonight that are pretty much cemented in. Pickford, Gurhey, I think James, Rice, Kane. The one I've got a question mark over is Anthony Gordon. I think he's a great player. I just think that side of the pitch is up for grabs. Would you agree?
Yeah, and I thought he was energised when he came on, Gordon, at the weekend. So I'm looking for more from him. His numbers aren't really stacking up at Newcastle. No. If you're into the stats, so I think that's got to improve at club level. Won't improve while he's suspended though. So I think that he's got a bit to do before he can nail down a place. And I know you've been talking about it earlier. Jack Grealish coming back into form, playing games, being impactful, taking on his fullback. At last, we see Jack Grealish on the left taking on his fullback. But it's just a handful of games, 3 games for Everton. So let's wait and see on Jack Grealish. Not just yet. There's takers for those spots. Madueke could go over to the left when Saka's back fit. There's takers for those spots. I don't think Rashford played that badly on Saturday. I thought he was lively without having end product. So I think that there are players in abundance for that spot. Anthony Gordon's got a great chance tonight to prove what he can do.
Hey, I'm a big fan of Reece James. I think he's incredible if he can stay fit. And it didn't surprise me now that the fact that he is managing to stay fit. Thomas Tuchel was going to pick him because they've obviously worked together at Chelsea. Do you think, again, that position at right back for Reece James is his?
Yeah, I mean, this right-back situation is incredible with Trent not even in the squad. And if Trent has a run at right-back for Real Madrid and plays really well in the Champions League and La Liga, then that's another problem that Tuchel has got, because he's made a statement by not even picking him in the squad this time around. So I'm a big fan of Reece James. I really love him. I think that when Chelsea had him and Chilwell as fullbacks, I'm talking about 4 or 5 years ago, they were exceptional. There was a game I was at, they beat Juventus 4-0 in the Champions League, and those two were running riot. You know, given a licence to go up and down, they were defending, they were attacking, they were dynamic, they were brilliant. In that game, Chilwell got injured, and that was where it all kind of came unstuck for him. But a fit Reece James, and it's a big question, can he stay fit? You know, I don't even think he's got 20 caps. I think it's his 20th cap tonight for England, which is shocking, really. Yeah. Reece James has been around for years, and yet he's only just hitting 20 caps. So that tells you the extent of the injuries. But yeah, you're spot on. I heard you earlier. Both of you correct. He has to stay fit, and if he does, I think it's his right back spot to take.
You're in the stadium, although it sounds like you're in a 1980s disco. What's the stadium like in there, Aid?
Oh, stadium's sensational, mate. There's history here. You can smell the history. But behind the goal to our right, there's a huge swathe of empty seats because there's a partial stadium ban because of racism from the Serbian fans back in June now, which was elsewhere, but the ban has hit this stadium. So there's a possibility tonight that if something like that happens, we've got a situation. There's UEFA protocols that England will be sticking to, and they're three-pronged. The first is that the referee asks the PA system to announce a warning to the fans to stop. If they don't stop, the ref can take the players off. And the third prong of that is that he can actually abandon the game if everybody's agreeing with that. So England didn't want to talk about it because they don't want to invite that situation. They don't want to entertain that situation. They believe in the good of football, and so do I. So let's hope nothing happens tonight.
What will the score be, Aid?
I actually said 0-0 earlier because neither side has conceded a goal in qualifying. I think England would take a 0-0, but for the good of entertaining the nation, I'm actually going to go 3-1 England.
Aid, enjoy the game. Always a pleasure. Thanks.
Cheers, Aid.
I'll ask you your prediction before we come off air, Benty. Right, time now to hear what former Premier League manager Tony Pulis said on the Breakfast Show this morning. And the ex-Stoke boss explained the secret to scoring from a long throw-in.
Two things with it. A little bit of common sense here. I know people are making it out to be scientific. The delivery has to be good, and you have to have people who want to head it. Mm-hmm. If you don't get those two, then it doesn't work. And that's the same off all set play, whether it's corners, free kicks or throw-ins. And I've been very fortunate to work with people who, with the delivery being good, they're desperate to get in there and score goals.
We know, Benny, that Mikel Arteta has based his managerial style on Tony Pulis.
No, he hasn't, but yeah.
What do you make of that? Is that part of the game? We're seeing the game evolving all the time. Do you think the long throw and the flick on and the go, do you think that's sort of gone now?
Potentially, but they were so just dangerous at it because, I mean, their average height in that Stoke squad must have at least been about 6'2", 6'3". Because I remember, I think that I played against them when I first got to Villa that season. Even I played against them at Sunderland, but for whatever reason, it just reminded me more so when I was at Villa, where they came to Villa Park, and every single time the ball went out, I went, oh no, and it was like Shawcross, Huth, Kenwyn Jones, man. And not only that as well, because they had Pennant on the right-hand side for them as well, who could play, who had a great delivery into the box, there was like no respite. So you put it out for a throw, and then Delap just comes in with a throw. He goes up for a corner, and you've got Pennant putting it on a sixpence as well. It was hard to go. So
the Delap thing, you'll never see again like that.
Not to that velocity. I mean, Dave Challoner was the first one I can remember from Tranmere, but the laps, every time it went out, you'd go, oh no, here we go. And it would come in like a missile.
Can I ask, was it as successful as we all think?
Yeah, it was.
It was?
Yeah, because they didn't necessarily always score from the first top contact.
Yeah.
But it bounced around in there for a bit, and then they'd put the rebound in. I mean...
Can you teach that?
No, but I think Tony Pulis is right, that you need players that want to go and head it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If there's no point having that execution and not no one going, oh, no one really wants to go and head it. You've got to have players that are just desperate to go and like head it. And that Stoke squad, I'm telling you now, they had people like, as I said there, they had Ryan Shawcross, Robert Huth, Danny Collins was there, he was a big lump. Abdoulaye Faye, huge. Do you know what I mean? Danny, obviously Higginbottom as well was there. They had some big players in there. it was just one of them where every time it went out, you just went, Salif Jow, another one, he must have been about 6'5". You were just like, oh no, here we go again.
But can you teach it? What was your throwing like? You ever take throw-ins?
No. Like,
you never took a throw-in?
No.
Hold on. Did you ever take a throw-in?
I would have taken a quick one, but I wouldn't have tried to launch it into the box.
All right, can you teach that?
No, I think that's natural. To have a long throw, that's natural.
You couldn't teach it to anyone?
No, you could teach it, but it's not going to be like Delapse, is it?
It's nuts, isn't it?
Like, he used to come in so flat as well.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Talking of horrible, and Neil will be in the studio in just a moment for the end of show quiz. Then, of course, we hand over to Adrian Ohm, who builds up to live commentary on talkSPORT as Serbia take on England. I've heard this so many times. I love this song. I'm starting to hate it now. All the football's coming home and all that. It's played too much. Driver talkSPORT, Andy Goldstein Bent alongside. Before us at 7, Adrian Darren brings you commentary of Serbia v England in their World Cup qualifier. Cundy and O'Hara will take your calls on the Sports Bar at 10 when it finishes. What's going to happen tonight, DB?
I think it'll be a draw. I've gone for a 1-1.
Did you ever do a song, by the way?
No.
Oh, you didn't get to a final, did you? Oh, you got League Cup final?
Yeah, we'll do a song.
Would you do one?
No.
Why not? Fix yourself. You would pass it?
No, I'm not good.
Oh, you think it's going to be 1-1 tonight?
What do you think?
I think we're going to get beaten 2-1. I hope I'm wrong.
No, you're hoping you're right, you mean? So you can jump on Tuchel's back again.
Yeah, I quite like that. I'd quite like to come in tomorrow. No, I never want England to lose. I don't think we're going to win the game. Talking to losers. And Neil's here.
Hi, gents.
How's your day been today? No one can hear you when you talk. You know that.
How are you, Neil?
Yeah, I'm very well. Well, I was okay until about 30 seconds ago, so yeah.
What happened?
Just get abuse on this show for no reason.
No, it's love. It's not abuse, it's love.
No, I work my hardest, I try my best, and this is what I get.
Any mistakes, Andy, in your script or anything?
Yep.
Yeah.
Another one. But he'll learn.
No, yeah, that's it, yeah.
He's not doing the key thing, which is what I say, read it. Before you hand it in, read it. And he doesn't read it back to you.
Cheers.
He's trying to improve.
But you know what? You know what?
You can only try in life.
All jokes aside, he's one of the best we've got. In fact, he's all we got. No, but you are. I love working with you. You're doing a sterling job.
I really appreciate it.
Raheem Sterling up.
Yeah. Fell off a bit.
What are we doing for the end of the show quiz, you know?
Right, so as we all know.
Head's looking good, by the way.
Thank you, likewise, man. Benty. Anyway, so the tube strikes still going on, aren't they? Very, very annoying, isn't it, for everyone? What I want to know, though, what is the top 10 busiest tube stations in London?
In London or on the line?
Just in London. It's a specific tube station.
Lock-in King's Cross. Do you mean? Hold on. Do you mean tube station or overhead?
No, that's the same thing.
Yeah, you want to lock in?
Right. What's the criteria?
King's Cross, lock it in.
Right. So it's entries and exits in the most recent data that we have.
Are you talking about underground or overground?
Yeah, that's my question.
Underground. Yeah.
Underground. So King's Cross is not underground.
Here it is.
No, it's not.
There is an underground station,
but you did lock it in. So
it's overground station and King's Cross.
You lock it in?
No,
because I'd like to lock it in.
It's not got an underground.
Yes, it has. King's Cross has. It goes Euston, King's Cross. Yes, it has.
Okay, yeah, lock it in.
Lock it in.
Yep.
Locked in. Incorrect.
See, you're
not in the top 10.
Joe, give me.
Don't cheat.
Oxford Circus. Bang.
No,
lock
it's not
it in.
you. It's not you.
Lock it in. I'll decide.
Oxford Circus, please, mate.
Oxford Circus
100%.
locked in.
Yeah.
Not on there.
Oh, sorry.
Joe, no, serious question. Give me Tottenham Court Road.
No,
but it's your go. So
it's my go. Leicester Square. Lock it in. Bang.
Leicester Square. Not on there.
Right. I don't know what's happening.
Hey, Tottenham Court Road.
Lock it in. That won't be it.
It will be. Trust me.
Is in there.
Yeah.
Third.
Liverpool Street. Lock it in. 100%.
Is number 1. Correct.
Ooh.
Hey, Bank.
Oh, wait, no need. What?
Oh, what? That's no.
Bank. No, Bank won't be busy.
Not on the top 10.
How is it not?
Elizabeth Line.
What? We're not doing lines.
Station. It's not a line, is it? It's not a station, bro.
Oh, station.
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Tottenham Court Road's in there.
Stations.
What's on there? Green Park.
No, you're against each other.
Marble Arch.
Come on.
We're not against each other.
No, you are. It's a winner.
As a team.
Life's about winners and losers. Come on.
Come on, you go Marble Arch.
I don't think Marble Arch will be out there.
Was Oxford Circus on there?
Oxford Circus.
Hey, Piccadilly.
Bond Street.
Piccadilly.
One sec.
Piccadilly.
Bond Street. Bond Street.
Not on there. Oh no, it is on there. Number 9, Bond Street. Yeah.
Okay.
Piccadilly.
No, it won't be on there, Benny. You made a fool.
Not on there. You've made a fool of yourself.
You have.
You've really.
How many have you got left? We've
You've
got
got
about 2
left.
minutes.
7 left.
Your counting is coming.
Yeah, I've got there.
Yeah, if it's over 10. You've got to take your shoes and socks off.
Green Park. Hey, Green Park.
Sorry,
is
just
that?
not playing Monopoly. What are you talking about?
Think about, well, you give me some then.
I'm trying. You're yabbing.
Hey, Euston. Give me Euston.
Oh, that's a great call.
Euston.
Yeah, I'll take that.
My boys, Euston.
Yeah.
Is on the list. Number 10.
Well done. Well done. That's nice.
Thank you.
Got 6 left.
Welcome.
It's not as easy a thing, is it? Goode Street. No, I'm joking.
Goode Street, no one ever gets off. Warren Street, no one ever gets off the tube at Warren Street.
I used to work at Goode Street.
Oh, hold on. What can it? North Greenwich. Surely.
Why North Greenwich?
Might be like a concert.
Stratford.
Must be.
Stratford. Bang it in.
Correct. Number 5 on the list.
Yeah.
Hey, North Greenwich.
No, Benny, you've just lost the
You
point.
just ruined everything.
Yeah, you have.
You want to roll there.
Greenwich.
It's not on there.
North Greenwich.
Canary Wharf.
What tube has written that?
Canary Wharf. Hit with Canary Wharf.
No, again, you miles off.
Incorrect.
Right, how many have we got left? We've got about 90 seconds.
Why'd you keep looking at the list?
You've got
Surely
5
you know
left.
what's left on the list.
Mate, I made this list 10 minutes ago. I
What
don't
did it
know.
begin with? Give us what it begins
Right, I'll give you a clue. Think about ABBA.
Waterloo.
Yep, number 4.
Go wee, by the way.
What? Yeah, well, go on, give us another clue.
Think about a dog's name.
Oh, that's random. Rover.
I had Rover in my head.
Did you?
Number 2 on the list.
A dog's name?
Or a bear's name.
What part of London?
A bear's name.
What part of London?
Oh, what's his name?
What part of London?
Winnie the Pooh. Paddington.
Yeah, that's the one.
A dog? Who's called their dog Paddington?
Baker Street.
Paddington.
Baker Street.
Sorry, who's called their dog Paddington?
Paddington the dog?
Yeah, who's called him that?
Fulham Broadway.
What are you talking about? This is not where you go for a sandwich.
Fulham Broadway.
It's not on there. Right, think of where work is.
London Bridge.
Yes, correct.
Think of a dog. Paddington.
Think of something that rhymes with Paddington.
Mannington.
What?
Abington.
Challington. Bannington.
Charing Cross.
That does not.
Don't be stupid, YouTube. Wait.
Chessington.
Farrington.
Yes.
Farrington or Farringdon.
Farringdon.
Yeah. That's big, is it?
Right, so...
St Pancras.
One more.
St Pancras.
What does it begin with?
Think of...
How are you saying it?
Old,
what? Go on.
Think of old kings and queens.
Henry.
Victoria.
Yeah.
Henry. Henry.
Henry Station. It's amazing.
Henry.
I ain't sure about some of them, by the way.
First class return to Henry, please. Oh, I like your dog. Yeah, give him a little pat. Yeah. You know what his name is, don't you? Paddington the dog.
You not heard that?
No one's heard Paddington the dog.
Need that.
Right, the nonsense is over. The serious stuff begins now. Live commentary, England take on Serbia. It's live on talkSPORT. Build-up begins now. Kick-off at 7:45. Then, of course, we'll have live commentary on talkSPORT. And after the game, the boys on the Sports Bar take your calls from 10. My normal outro is thanks for listening. Be safe, everyone.
I haven't got one today.
Be safe, everyone. You just have to come up with one.
Thanks for tuning in. You've been great. You've been wonderful. You've been epic. Same time tomorrow. Peace and love. Good night.